Woo! Back at you with another one, another banger. It's Monday, ladies and gentlemen. You know what that means. Another great episode of the No Frillz Podcast featuring the most electrifying duo in the FGC. I'm your boy, Chris Matrix. You already know People's Commentator coming at you. And to the far left of me, no more Man Bun Mendoza, but he is.
I'm braided. I'm cornrowed. If you don't know, now you know. IFCYipeS, man. You already know what it is. One half of Team Road Dogs. Of course, this is the No Frillz Podcast, episode 47.
Sí.
Okay. Just make it show. But yeah.
47.
Hopefully we make your Mondays very enjoyable, guys. I know it's been pretty dry since we was gone, but we've been back for a hot minute. So please, if you don't know, now you know. Let your grandma know. Let your aunt, your uncles, everybody know that the No Frillz Podcast been back for a hot minute. But yeah, you already see the man right between us. Super 12 o'clock. I mean, I have many ways to flip his name, but y'all know him at home. Supernoon.
Yes, sir.
How you doing, my brother?
I'm chilling.
Welcome.
So this is crazy, right? So let me tell y'all something. Without letting go of no addresses or anything, right? First and foremost, that's crazy that you're my neighbor now.
Yeah.
Right. Because I'm like, damn, you really in New York, which is crazy. It's funny. I'm sorry. What you gonna say?
I was gonna say it's wild because like you saying like it's crazy that I'm your neighbor. I had a flashback the first time I met you.
How did you meet me?
I was like 11. It was curly mustache at UC Irvine.
You was 11?
Yeah.
Wait.
And now he's 22.
Time out. It was that long ago, bro, that you was 11?
Yeah.
And then you just turned 22. Yeah. Happy belated.
Yeah,
by the way.
last week.
That's pretty dope. What's your sign?
Leo.
Yeah, that's Leo season.
It is Leo season.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Oh, yeah, so that means Tasty Steve's birthday's coming up.
Damn, Leos. I know some Leos. Corey's a Leo. Char's a Leo.
Really?
Yep.
Oh, so wait.
Mike is a Leo. Jason is a Leo. They got the same birthday.
You took her out for her birthday. That's right.
It's crazy.
That's lit. But yeah, man. Just to pick up. Damn, you was 11. That's crazy, bro.
Yeah, it really put things into perspective, right?
It really did. Cause so look, this is what I thought about it, right? So. I vaguely remember you back in the day. Obviously, like I started realizing you more when you stepping your game up in Marvel 3, right?
Yeah.
I do remember you and Curly because I shot you an invite, right?
Yeah.
And you know what's crazy? I remember I didn't know who you were. I forgot who told me. It's like, yo, man, Supernoon's a problem. This is in the third. Like, yo, just hand him an invite. Mind you, I told people in California, like, yo, if you got some references where you feel like these people need to be invited, let me know. Because I wasn't following every single California player. You know what I mean? So when they told me you, and it was by a lot of people that was telling me too, like, yo, put him in. It's like, yeah, put him in. And I was like, okay. Dang, he was 11. That's kind of crazy. Like, I sound like a broken record when I'm saying this, but like, that was what, 2012?
Yeah, it was like 20.
Age sets in.
Yeah, it was like 2012. I was like, it was like 11 or like 13, somewhere around there. So
but I mean, still, like, shit. You know what I mean? Time flies. But
People don't be believing me either. Like when I say like I've been playing for that long.
No, that's 2010. If he was 11.
Yeah. So it's 2012. So he was 12. Let's just say he was 12.
That was Super Street Fighter 4.
That's crazy. No, because he said Irvine. That was the first Curly West I ever did.
Okay.
And that was up in UCLA, which is pretty.
Might have been 13. I told this guy the last time I seen him in person, this has been that long, he had blonde hair, and he was like, yeah, that was probably like 2-3 years ago. I think last time I seen you was probably Evo. It might have been Evo.
So this is kind of cool, right? Obviously, we're coming down from the pandemic. I mean, it's still out there, but compared to what it was before, y'all get what I'm saying. But I haven't got to see a lot of people. Literally, last time I seen Noon was the Dragon Ball Finals in France in 2020. And then ever since then, literally, I have not seen nobody until now. I mean, I see Supernoon. I got out the gym one time, and I literally just seen him just walking down the street. And I was like, holy shit. I was like, what's up? Like, it's crazy seeing him in New York, knowing where he's from, right? So it's like...
It's wild. Like, I was thinking about that the other day. I was just like... Because, like when you're like graduating high school or something like that, like they're like, where do you see yourself in like 4 years, like after college? Shit. Yeah, I was like, I never saw myself like living in New York, being
bumping into me,
pro gamer or something like that. Just like, this is random, dude.
That's life takes you in different paths, man. Everybody's
where were you born and raised?
Los Angeles, California.
Los Angeles,
LA.
Specifically Highland Park.
Highland Park,
California.
Yeah, there's a nice basketball court over there. That's one of the premier spots.
Okay.
Street ball, Highland Park.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, which park?
It's Highland Park.
Oh, okay.
Yo, what was the
park?
name?
Or it's a park in Highland Park.
Yeah.
What was the name of that park? And you know what's crazy? I was there, and I seen it, and I remembered the scene. It was in White Man Can't Jump. They played like in front of a beach.
Yeah.
Oh, probably like Venice Beach or something.
I think it was Venice. It was Venice Beach.
That's
yes.
where they film a lot of stuff. Yeah.
Yes. And I seen it. I remember I went to do a Red Bull event and I was on the roof and I was like, yo, hold up. And then I literally seen the scene and then they was telling me, like, yeah, man, white man can't jump. I was like, oh, shit.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
That's
it's probably like
movie
Venice
too,
or Santa
yeah.
Monica or something.
Yeah. I think it was definitely Venice. Venice Beach. Yeah.
So,
100%.
so I'm hailing from Highland Park.
Yeah, man.
How you like NY?
Word.
It's pretty. It took a little bit to get used to. I'm not gonna lie, I was homesick at first.
I bet.
Because this is the way I describe it. It took me a little bit to figure out why I was so homesick. So like, you guys have both been to like SoCal, right? Like California. So you know like when you wake up, you see like a tree, you hear like birds and stuff, and then like you hear like a car or two like pass by. It's like kind of quiet, it's chill. The sun goes through the window, and that's just out your window. You don't have to go outside, right? And like here in New York, it's not like it's a bad thing, but it's just so different. I wake up, I look out the window, there's nothing. There's just cars, people yelling, people like honking and shit. And then I look out my window, building. That's it. So that had me down for a little bit, but I grew to like get used to it. So I mean, but that's what had me homesick. But I mean, I like New York. It's like, it's compared to like SoCal or like LA or anything. It's really easy to just like, someone hits me up, they're like, yo, I'm here, whatever. I'm just like, all right, cool. That's a couple stops. Take a train, I'm there. Or like,
have you been to the 5 boroughs yet?
Not all of them.
Where haven't you gone?
I can tell you where I've been.
Tell me where you went, and I'll tell you where you haven't been.
Obviously Manhattan, Bronx. I think that's it.
Okay.
You ain't been to Queens.
Nah.
Brooklyn.
You haven't been to Brooklyn.
Oh, I've been to Brooklyn.
Okay.
Yeah.
Next level's in
Next
Brooklyn.
level. Yeah.
Yeah.
I've been to
You
Brooklyn
haven't been to
before.
Staten Island.
Staten
You haven't
Island.
rode the ferry yet, right?
No.
Okay. Yeah, take that trip. The ferry's free. Like
It really
nice
is.
little
Yeah.
half-hour ride right across. You can come right back if you want.
See the Statue of Liberty too on the way over there, stuff like that.
Check it out. You know what I mean? And indulge now. You know things are opening back up, so you know.
Well, that's pretty cool. Well, you know what? Welcome to New York City, man. I'll be honest with you. I welcome from all walks of life to New York City, especially from the FGC. You know what I mean? That's what connects with me. So I try to connect with the people on that end. It's pretty dope, man. Like when I found out that you was here, I was like, what the fuck? But then it made sense. You know what I mean? You're cool with Sage. You're cool with Sonic.
Yeah. Nah. Those dudes, like they're my family, bro. Like they legit help me a lot. So
That's what's up.
like I won't divulge all the lore, but if it wasn't for them, I don't know if I'd be around, like existing kind of thing.
That's pretty
That's
sick,
what's up.
man.
Yeah.
That's pretty sick.
Good
At the end
people,
of the day,
man.
yeah.
You always run into some good people in the
Yeah.
FGC, man.
Yeah, man. Sonic, shout out to Sonic and Sage.
Yeah.
Not only the most humble, but the most hungriest. But they just carry themselves so well.
Those are real ass people.
You know what I mean? Like they not about that cocky shit. Obviously Sonic's cocky, but that's only when people talk shit to him and stuff like that. Which is cool. You
And
know?
he's actually like very helpful too.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
yeah.
in terms, like he'll never be like on some like, nah, I'm not gonna help you get better so you can beat me. No, he will like tell you like, yo, stop picking this, like do this, use this scene like.
Bro, when I was
like
getting,
that.
when I was getting nice and mind you, Mortal Kombat X was the first one that I started competing in, right? And Sonic seen me play the first time. He's like, yo, you know, he's all hype and shit enthusiastic. Like, yo, please stick to this game. Keep playing it. You know what I'm saying? And he was giving me tips. This was around when I was playing Cassie Cage. Around that time. And he gave me mad pointers and it definitely did elevate my game. You know what I'm saying? So big shout outs to Fox, man. I see you, bro. But
So I'm really glad you're here in New York now.
yeah.
One thing I want to tell you, one of the probably the best thing about New York. You want to know what it is?
Let's hear it.
The Road Dogs.
Ah, that's fucking bull. That's great. It's true though. He's not lying. He's not lying. Yeah. So you know, this ain't even to, you know, stroke our own Johnsons, if you will. But I feel like we're connected with a lot of beautiful people in the FGC when it comes to the Road Dogs. You know what I mean? And we feel kind of blessed when we say that because, look, we got people like Supernoon pulling up. You know what I mean? I literally just hit him. I was like, yo, bro, you want to be on the Frillz Podcast? He was down. You know what I'm saying? It's not like we Johnny Donuts in that sense. Everybody kind of connects to us like brothers and uncles kind of type shit. You know what I mean? So it's pretty dope. But you know what, Noon? It ain't about us. It's about you.
All right.
Let's get into it.
Let's do it.
Real deep. I mean, you've seen it in the No Frillz Podcast before. We always talk about, we always want to know the origins of our guests. So
Yeah.
The humblest of beginnings.
humblest of beginnings, right? So let's start with how you got into video games, first and foremost.
Just video games, period.
Yeah, let's start there. I want to know. I don't know shit about you, no.
I think my earliest memory of just video games in general is probably I was maybe like 4 or 5, and like I just remember getting a PS2 for Christmas.
Okay.
Yeah, I got a PS2 for Christmas, and then I just remember playing God, like one of the I think first games I ever played was like Sly Cooper.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
like Sly Cooper, Ratchet and Clank.
It was robbing shit. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then believe it or not, Marvel 2.
Okay. Hey,
Yeah,
man. The
Marvel
PS2
2.
version. That sucks. That you started with that
I'm
one.
sorry that you had to start
I'm
with
sorry,
that
but you
first,
know what?
but
It's something.
It's all right.
Yeah,
It's all right.
That was like the first like hit.
Okay.
Ooh, that was like, oh, what's this, right?
Yeah.
That opened your eyes in terms of fighting games, right?
Yeah, that was the first fighting game I've ever played.
Yo.
How about
too.
that?
Yo, it's a terrible version, but we
that?
accept it. The title
Yes.
alone lets me know that he
Yeah.
started on the right track. Look,
Marvel
look at that.
versus Capcom 2.
Marvel 2 and Alpha
New
3.
Age of
Oh,
Heroes.
that's fire too. I like Alpha 3. Hell yeah.
I was more of an Alpha 2 guy, but Alpha 3's cool.
You want me to keep it a buck while I like Alpha 2 more than 3?
Why?
The soundtrack was better.
Oh, the soundtrack was better. Frank.
Yeah. That was
Hands
it.
down.
Yeah, that was it. Gameplay was kind of the same. I mean, it was. I got evened out with the V-isms, but then shit got kind of crazy with the infinites and shit.
Yes, it did.
But,
Yes, it did.
But yeah, good choices. But go ahead, brother.
Yeah. So that was like the beginning.
That's dope. All right. So, and this is crazy because now I want to know even more. You came to Curly, 2012. You was 12, and then you. And this is just me fast forward. This guy molded himself into one of the best players in the world, which is pretty freaking sick. You know what I mean? And I like that you represent America as well, because you know we need more hitters when it comes to those overseas.
I got
bullies,
opinions
you know what I
about
mean?
American fighting games. I got opinions.
Oh, we gonna get to that?
Yeah.
We can talk about all that shit, but
Yeah.
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 But we talk about that shit all the time, by the way. So
Okay.
But yeah. So what got you into the FGC?
That one's both simple and really hard and hard at the same time. Like,
Okay.
I think what got me into fighting games, after, cause like I didn't really play fighting games after like kind of, that like first like time. There's like
So do you mean fighting games casually or fighting games competitively?
There was never a casual point for me.
Okay, so when you came on the scene,
it was just
the competitive thing.
Yeah.
Okay, so you were in the okay.
Yeah. So like before, so I guess like after, I like had played like a little bit like Marvel 2 and like Alpha 3 and like some like Street Fighter 2, right? Like a lot of like the like
the usuals.
Yeah, like the
usual
usual like
suspects,
suspects and stuff like that. I got really into like FPS games.
My man.
Yeah. So I was playing like a lot of Halo, like Call of Duty, and then like I got into like Gears of War and stuff like that.
So that's where the competitive drive came from.
Yeah, and then because a lot of my friends played that, right?
Yep.
So it was like, I just gotta be better than my homies. And then I got my online homies. I was like, I gotta smoke these dudes too, right? And then so it was actually some of my FPS homies. They got into MK9 when it dropped because it was just super hype. It's like, oh, it's Mortal Kombat, right? So then I was like,
Competitively?
nah, they were just playing.
Oh, I was like, damn, I'm trying to make the transition from like a competitive first-person shooter player to a fighting game. I'm like, that's a little crazy.
Yeah, so it was just like one of those like things you cop, right? Like it's like a new Call of Duty, right?
Sure.
Like, something like that, yeah. So it's like the same vibe. It's like, oh, new game, right? But it's like Mortal Kombat, so everyone knows.
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
Right.
So they cop it. I'm like, all right, bet. So then like I get it, whatever. And then I start playing it, and they're like kind of clapping me. So I'm like, okay, like this isn't cool with me. So what do? I go on YouTube. I go like hit the forums, whatever. I'm like, all right, tutorial, tournament, and then I saw that. I was like, okay. So then I just started clapping all of them, and then I would just run ranked all day or whatever, like on shitty MK9 on netplay. And then from there, I saw like tournaments, and I would see people going to tournaments. And I'm like, you know, I think I'm better than these people. Like I'm watching them play, and I'm like, I actually like not this. Maybe this is me being like an arrogant kid, because I definitely was back then, even like till recently. But I was just like, yeah, I think I'm better. And then from there, I think I saw Justin Wong play MK9, and then I think Marvel 3 came out not long after or around the same time.
It was around the same time, kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was a little bit after, I think, or like around there. And then I saw him play Marvel 3, and I was like, damn, this dude's sick. And then Ultimate came out, and I was like, and then like he started doing all the comeback, like all the comeback videos and shit happened. And I was just like, damn, this shit is sick. So then I got into Marvel 3, and now we're here.
So you didn't get into it when it was vanilla. You got in at Ultimate.
I watched it. I didn't play it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what was your first team?
My first Ultimate team. It was like first team I played or like first competitive team.
Both.
Both.
Yeah.
Okay. So my first team I ever picked was like Wolverine, Dormammu, Hulk.
Wolverine Dormammu's fire. Hulk. And that's just that you just liked, huh?
Yeah.
Okay,
That's just stuff I like. Yeah.
Okay.
And then when I was like, okay, like I'm gonna get like serious, I picked Wolverine Doom Wesker.
That is a good team.
Yeah.
That is a good team for Ultimate starting off. And this is like when the meta wasn't really shifted yet.
Yeah,
right?
it was like second year.
Okay, yeah, that was a great team. Great team. Hell yeah. Oh, Wolverine, overhead shenanigans, low bullet. Oh, yeah, he was a scumbag. For sure.
Wesker.
Yeah.
Okay. So, all right. So, I'm assuming your first, like, tournament series you went to was Super Arcade?
Yeah, it was the first. Well, actually, the first tournament I ever went to. Shout outs to Clockwork. It was a tournament called Fight for Youth, and it was a charity tournament.
I remember that.
Yeah, it was a charity tournament he threw at an elementary school, and the only reason I was able to go because I was 11. Yeah, I was like 11. Was because it was down the street from my cousin's house.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So my parents at the time were like, yeah, you could go. You're just down the street. It's whatever. And then yeah.
And
I
there
went to
you
that
go,
tournament.
man.
Yeah.
Is that the first time you met Daniel?
Yeah, that was the first time I met Clockwork. He is one of the big inspirations for me early on.
Okay.
You know, it's
to compete
crazy.
and
So
play.
it's funny that you mention him. So the thing about me and Clock, man, shout out to Clock. This is around the time I was broken tier as well. We will always talk about our local scenes, just period, right? And we would just always drop names like, yo, man, this guy's good. This guy good. He definitely dropped your name a couple of times, man, around that time. And this is when I had no clue who you was. Actually, he was one of the guys that shouted you out for the invite. Yeah, for the curly mustache. Now that I'm thinking about it, yeah.
That's cool. That's cool.
So it's cool that you say Daniel, like all these stories connect. This is what I love about the No Frills. Like, even though we haven't had Clockwork here, but we spoke about him a couple of times. But in terms of like origins and like growing the scene, he was at that point like in the middle ground where like he was bringing new players in, or he was just introducing new players. And, yeah. So like that man, shout out to Clockwork for sure, because he always picks up the new guys.
Yeah, there's a lot of dudes that helped me really early on, like Clock, Knives, Fnatic.
Throwback. I see you. Knives. Long.
Like Ringe back then. Like Sajam back then too. Like there's so many dudes.
Man, that's pretty sick, man. And then here you are years later terrorizing fucking shit up at Dragon Ball Fighters. Ultimate Marvel too. Like I started
toward
seeing,
the end. Toward the
yeah,
end,
towards
I was.
the end, that's when I seen you
All right,
like really.
if I can
cooking
talk
shit.
my shit toward the end.
Damn it,
yeah.
floor yours.
Yeah, no,
Floor
toward
yours.
that, like people don't put respect on my name for whatever reason in that game, but toward the end, they couldn't fuck with me, bro. Like,
What was your
Zero Doom Virgil.
You was you switched it up.
Yeah.
Zero
yeah.
Doom
So when I
Virgil.
so the lore.
Remember, meta.
Okay,
Keyword, meta.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
yeah,
that
yeah.
Wolverine do Wesker
So-
shit. That shit is for cast.
So I went to a tournament. Let me tell you why I picked Zero. So I went to a tournament.
Oh, you don't gotta explain that.
No, I have to.
It's Zero.
I like
Okay,
you said
good.
has to.
I have to because
No,
it makes
I
sense.
want you to.
Yeah.
But you don't gotta convince me.
Okay, go for it.
Because it makes sense. It makes a lot of sense. So I go to this tournament, right? I'm like 13 or something, and I'm not going to tournaments often. It was just this one was like on a Friday night, no school, whatever. So it worked out. It was like 10 minutes from my house. So I go to this tournament, and I get dropped off, whatever. I'm like, all right, cool. Like it's time. Like I'm gonna make the most of this. Like I don't get to come, whatever. So I go. I play against this dude, and he's playing that team, and he's having a whole ass conversation with his homie on the side, while he's just like
Fucking you
yeah.
up.
And like me being me, I was so tight. I was just like, yo,
Yo,
this
you
guy
fucking
doesn't
see,
even...
you don't respect me? Like,
Yeah, I was like, this guy doesn't even care, bro. Like, what is this?
he was compensating and lightning looping.
Yeah, I was so mad. I was like, there's no way.
Oh my God, that shit really gave me chills. I just caught a fucking flashback. So just to add on to that, it has nothing to do with it. But fuck it, just throw some lore out there because it's No Frills, right?
Oh.
So you said that shit about him on the phone. Yo, shout out to Max, though, man. Motherfucker, yo, I'm getting my shit pushed in an MKX. Yo, he's talking to a girl on the phone. He fucking me up with Johnny Cage. He's like, bueno, pero pues sí, ya tú sabes si tú me ves. And he's fucking hit me with like 60% combo. And I'm rocking. This one I'm rocking Takeda and shit. Like I ain't like that was the first character like I picked before I went to like Jackson, Quan Chi, and like Cassie and shit. But yo, he was fucking me up. That just let me know. It's like, all right, I'm not that good enough that I can't get his attention.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, cool. And I got off like 2 days later. I was like, all right, bet. All right, bet, cool. That's why when I came back better, that shit felt so much. Did you bump into that guy again and you smoked him?
Yeah. So he was his name is 0491. He's a homie.
Okay.
Right? But when I came back, I played Zero because he was probably like the best Zero player in SoCal.
Okay.
I came back.
That shit. See, all it takes is that one disrespectful individual to spark that shit even more, bro.
The
So
greatest.
wait, Zero Doom Virgil, you picked on him?
Yeah.
So you mirror matched him?
Yeah.
And
You
smoked
cooked him.
Yeah.
Shit.
What was so different about your Zero than his? I like the cocky shit. Talk that shit.
Yeah.
Tell me
So
why you were better than him.
I think so okay, like, I try it. So I've how do I explain this? Like, when I was younger, I always used to be like super duper cocky, but it's because I know I'm good. It's different. There's a difference between being cocky or being confident and being arrogant.
Mm-hmm.
I think there's
it's a thin line, but yeah,
it's a thin line. If you can
back
it up,
it's a thin line.
Yeah, it's a very thin line. But I think if you can back it up, you're not being arrogant.
Facts.
You just know where you stand, right? So in Marvel 3 and other games, even now, like I only talk if I know like that's where I am, right? So with Marvel 3, I think back then, even when I was learning and then I got good and then I was one of the best by the end, I think I was just a better fighting game player. That's all it was. I just learned how to play fighting games better than everyone else was playing that game. Yeah.
Okay, so I can kind of relate to you on that because it was a point when I was younger. It got to that point where it was like, okay, I understand this better than other people.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? How long do you feel like it took you to get to that point? Like,
so if I gotta give you the timeline, right? I think when I started to like try hard, like look at it as this isn't a game. Like more than that, 2014 is when that happened. And then 2016, I'm almost making top 8 at Evo and getting top 3 at majors.
That's twice though. You almost made top 8.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was that year. I remember. That was the same year you beat Noel.
Yeah.
I remember that.
Yeah, there's that.
My pool was like next door.
Yeah.
So I remember that.
Yeah. So it was like 3 years, or like 2 years, and then it was 2016, 2017, or 2015. I almost made top 8, and then 2017, I almost made top 8 again.
That I remember.
Yeah.
I got there. I think I got 13. Yeah. I lost to Justin. Fucking shit, I lost to Marvello too, but I missed a fucking a setup and I got foot dive for it. So yeah. Oh yeah. After that, I went down to shit. And he had Strider too, so it was like, that mix was mixed. But anyway.
Yeah.
So the reason why I asked you that question is because in fighting games right now, a good majority, and it's not their fault.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But a good majority feel like they know that they're playing fighting games properly, and they let that cockiness take over to the point where they're not really getting the big picture, right? So for example, like I'll go to Twitter all day.
I have a great way to explain this.
Sweet. So for example, on Twitter, I see people complain about Soul all day now, right? Okay. About Strive and shit like that. Now, the characters it's a bit bullshit. That / is wild. When he's trying to open the door, that shit's kind of crazy. You know what I'm saying?
Success, 5K.
But right. You know what I'm saying? I'm not even chill about the 5K. That doorknob shit's kind of OD, bro. You know what I'm saying? Especially when like you like miss space a normal, or you like backdash and you think you're away from it, but it's still there. But anyway. But all in all, people already hating the game because Soul's that broken or whatever the case is. Now me, coming from where I'm coming from, and I mean not to sound dusty.
I'm the same way.
That shit don't bother me. It really don't. You know what I mean? Because I already made the decision, because I play Milia. I made the decision of picking glass, so I know what I'm in for.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, I mean, Chris just seen it today. I got Potemkin busted one time. I lost 50%.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I'm just like, oh, shit. But I didn't crack or nothing. I was like, oh, shit. I was just like, okay, don't get hit with this no more. You know what I mean?
Don't let it happen.
But it's one of those. Yeah. The thing about right now is with, I would say the casual, like trying to get to that level where like they above that casual level and they could compete on a solid level. They just play so tunnel vision and flowchart to the point where they think that that's okay, that's just gonna let them get by, and get them those dubs. But little do they know that's actually hindering them. You know what I'm saying? Because you don't want to stay in tunnel vision. You want to be aware of everything and why you're doing bad and why you're doing good. Why shit's landing on this opponent and shit like that. You know what I mean? People don't grasp that level pretty fast. You know?
It's really hard.
It is. You know what I'm saying? It is. That's what makes fighting games so unique. That's why I like it. Yeah. See, all right. See, because it's kind of like
because if it's surface level, then that means anyone can do it.
Right. See, oh man, shake my hand.
Like if it's surface level, then why would I want to do it? Then I'm just like someone else. But the thing about fighting games and like where a lot of people are, and that are like really good, or like even like myself or whatever, like it's not. People think it's easy, or they like to like write off people's skills. Like, oh, just playing this character. Oh, this game sucks. Whatever. Blah blah blah. It doesn't matter if the game can suck. All fighting games suck. I think. That's a hot take. They all have some like shit that's like dumb.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
That's what I mean. They suck. Like they're not.
Yeah. No, I get you 100%. I get you.
Like there's always some jank stuff about the game, but it's like you pick your poison,
right?
You know, like that's the one you like, so you're gonna play it, right? So why does it matter if it sucks to the other guy or whatever, blah blah blah, right? So but the thing is, you have to like understand that it doesn't just happen. Like sometimes it does. Like there are like people who are just godlike out of nowhere or whatever. But for the majority, like, it doesn't just like click. It doesn't just like, oh, this guy's just gone, whatever.
Yeah, because not everybody's fucking Justin Wong. It's crazy, right? Every game I see drop, Justin is already at an above normal level. I would say the neutral level, if you will, right? He's always above that shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Which is crazy. And I'm just saying to myself, like, damn. And this ain't even like, you know, again, not to stroke as John said, but like, I know Justin, if he takes something serious, he's gonna be a fucking problem. You know what I mean? Now, due to the fact that he's a dad, like, we're giving him OSs. Now, he working. He a dad now, you know what I'm saying? He a husband. He a husband, bro. You a husband.
Yeah, I'm a husband.
That's good. Let me see the ring. Yo, so you know what's crazy? So, yo, I did not know this, right? My girl put me onto this. Tell me if I'm lying. Tell me if this is wrong. Apparently, people put it on the left hand because apparently the left hand's connected to the heart. Is this true?
I mean, there's a historic reason why the rings are worn on his hand, but
the ring finger is on the left is connected to the heart. There's a vein that's connected to the heart, but it's only the left hand, not the right hand.
Yeah, there's. I mean, there's that too. There's a technical reason why. I actually recently watched a video on rings on what a ring means on each finger. Like, I was bored.
So tell me.
I don't remember the whole thing though.
No, you gotta tell me all of them. What about the wedding one?
No. You talk about in terms of it being on the left hand.
Why is it on the left hand? Yeah.
If I'm not mistaken, and don't quote me, I don't remember. There was a reason, like in I think France or something, why they weren't putting it on the right hand. It was something like random and like abstract. Like you never think of it like that. But
the fuck?
Yeah.
I gotta check that. Send me that link. I don't know.
Yeah.
But anyway, so the point I'm trying to make is you know, a lot of people like you said, they'll get to that level and they're already comfortable with the game, right?
Yeah.
But that's the beautiful thing about fighting games now is that we have information. It's what you want to do with that information at the end of the day. You can have whatever attitude you want. You can be confident, cocky, whatever the case is, but you got to show and prove at the end of the day. And that's why I actually respect you, Noon, because there was a point in time I would look at Twitter, you was talking some wild shit. But mind you, it don't bother me. I'm just there. I'm just the guy. I'm just checking what's going on in the background. But you actually back your shit up, you know, which is pretty dope. I know there was an icing on the cake when you got top 8 at Evo.
Oh yeah.
I know when that hit, you was like, all right, now y'all can shut the fuck up, right? Go ahead, man. I know how you feel.
Yeah. Nah, it was because it was like, man, that shit was so good because it was like at the time like Dragon Ball is like a big game, right? And then
oh yes, it was. And it is.
I was teammates with Ed Hook. Shout out my boy Ed Hook, right? And everyone was kind of like writing me off. It was like, oh, like he's not winning anything. Hook's winning, da 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 da. And then I beat him and made top 8 at Evo.
Oh, you beat him? That was for your top 8 match?
It was one before. So it was 3. So I beat him in like top 32.
They beat Hook, yes.
And then I beat Aliyun and then I beat Aqua to get top 8.
Oh, that's killers.
Yeah. So then so when I did that, it was kind of like you guys cannot talk shit about me, period. Like, because people who are bad at fighting games don't make Evo top 8. You know what I'm saying? And then they don't keep making top 8s after that.
This is
so what? Let's be specific though. Let's be specific.
God, talking shit.
What?
God,
What? It's okay.
Man, yeah.
It's okay. It's okay.
You was moving a little bit. I see you lost a little bit too.
Yeah.
I see you, boy. Listen, man. I like when people's getting healthy out here.
Yeah.
You know
Healthy.
It's crazy. We all too. All right, go ahead. But anyway, go ahead. What you gonna say, bro?
So tell me exactly what was being said about you.
I mean, I don't remember. I like to move on, right?
Mm-hmm.
Me too.
So, I don't know. People were saying like I'm not good at Dragon Ball. Like it's my characters.
What characters were you using at the time?
Kid Buu.
Mm-hmm. A lot of bitching about that character.
Yeah.
That was one of my characters too.
Yeah, like people. It was just like normal like scrub stuff. It's just like, yeah, he's not good at the game. It's the characters. Like he just gets lucky, like stuff like that. And I was just like, all right,
Keep feeding me.
yeah. I was like, all right, that's fine.
I love your Kid Buu. I mean, you know, I love some Kid Buu.
What did I hear about? It wasn't even Kid, but it was the fucking level 3s.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, I miss it, dude.
Bro, you know what it was? I'm not even tripping about it. So yo, Chris was hitting me with that Goku Black level 3, bro. Yo, but it's so obnoxious. You know how it's a hard grind. You play like 100s, 200s.
You gotta watch it.
Yo, that shit was literally pissing
bro.
me off. I'm like, yo, bro, this shit is too long, B.
And then it caused I forgot what you call it when the screen changes. when the world blows up. And
Oh yeah, like the transition.
Oh, transition.
transition.
Shit was extra long. I'm just like, yo, what the fuck, man?
Yeah, you die to it. The
Yo.
thing just explodes. You gotta watch another like 30-second
Goku
cutscene.
Black.
I don't think I ever had a real complaint about Dragon Ball FighterZ besides the online. I mean, that's evident, but
Yeah.
I don't think I ever had a complaint because when I was playing, this is when the Supers was hot.
Oh yeah.
So we was playing Dominion, and Dominion was cooking, boy.
Yo,
I remember watching that.
Yo,
It
shout
was
out to Dominion.
Yeah.
Yo, people don't know. I'm gonna give him his flowers. Yo, he was cooking New York with some Dragon
he was
Ball. B.
nasty. I
He
remember
just stopped,
watching
he just left Earth after a while. Like
Yeah.
we just didn't see him no more. You know what I mean? Because literally, yo, ask Chris. I mean, he'll tell you right here. We literally played that game almost every day.
I remember watching when he would pull up to bums.
Bro,
Yeah.
he would cook.
Oh yeah.
He literally lost like 2 bum tournaments, then he won the 3rd one.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I was like, oh,
Nah,
shit.
he is nasty.
He's
Fighting.
nasty.
Minion, he's a god tier.
But,
Yeah.
but and mind you, this is so mind you, I'm in a Team Gohan sandwich. So I'm literally getting hit with freaking the same shit. But the thing about Kev's team was he was literally killing you
yeah.
off of 2 hits or just 1 hit.
Kev had TN and Super Saiyan Goku.
Yeah, Super Saiyan
That's
Goku,
a
TN,
Goku.
and Team Gohan. Oh my god, bro. My life ball's getting disintegrated. But all right, so you know what? Let's touch up on this, Noon. And the reason why I'm even gonna bring this up is
Wait. I'm sorry, my brother. I'm sorry.
What you gonna do?
Let me. I like him. So what makes you good at fighting games?
What makes me good at fighting?
Yeah.
Oh, my shit was gonna lead there.
Okay. I want to hear those. I like that. I like it. I like when
that's
you
real talk.
got the doubters and then you proving them wrong.
Yeah.
Yes. Tell them why you good. Tell them why you nice.
I think the easiest way to explain
What
why I'm good
separates
at
you?
fighting games, honestly, I think I just learn faster than a lot of people.
Okay.
I think a lot of people like to say otherwise, but
Mm-hmm.
it depends on like what's going on. If I have like that it's kind of like an OS, like if I'm motivated or not. Right now, I don't really care.
Yeah.
There's just like I'm playing online, doesn't mean anything to me.
Mm-hmm.
It's like I'm like
That's fair.
if there's no like crowd, there's no medal, there's no like glory, right? To
Mm-hmm.
play for, then why do I care? I'm at home in my boxers streaming. Like I don't care. Like I can lose, go to bed. I can lose, go talk to Sage,
Right,
go talk
right.
to Sonic.
But when you lose and then take that long
When
plane
I
ride,
take that plane home, or when I'm
Yeah.
taking that plane there, and I'm putting my own. I'm not sponsored or anything, so I'm putting my money up.
Facts.
I'm going because I want to, or someone from
It's
my
a
stream.
difference.
Someone from my stream wants me to go, and they put the money up. I'm not playing for me at that point.
right,
only
right,
me.
it's love because they got that respect
Yeah.
for you. They
So-
believe in you.
Yeah, so there's like lore. So like DBFZ World Tour Season 2, I wouldn't have qualified if I didn't stream, because my stream sent me to Spain, Japan, and a couple other majors.
You
to
was
qualify.
moving that year, and you was a spot. That's right.
Yeah. So if they and I got all my points and like first attack 2, like got 2nd place, whatever. Japan got 5th, and I beat Fenrich, who was supposed to win. Stuff like that. It was just like, yeah, it was like another like proving people wrong kind of thing.
Yeah.
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 Besides the point, that's besides the point.
You see the subtlety. Said Parrish was supposed to win.
But I was there.
Yeah.
12 o'clock, bitch. 12 o'clock, bitch.
High noon.
Yeah, but
yeah.
I think what makes me good at fighting games is just like I learn a lot faster than people. And I think like Dragon Ball and Strive both showed that, because people couldn't watch me play Marvel 3 right from the beginning because it's just so long. But yeah, like Dragon Ball, like a month went by and then boom, like top 8s, majors, stuff like that. Strive first week tournament, like 1,000 people tournament, left and through 3rd place, beat Sonic. Like I don't know what else to say. Like now I've been kind of lazy, but like
Down to my man.
yeah, I don't know. At this point, I don't think you could. Yeah, at this point, I don't think you could doubt me anymore when I want to try. Yeah, like I learn fast, and then I think I don't think a lot of people have the same drive as me to get good or to improve. A lot of people don't have a good growth mindset.
You know what? And
Even people that are good at fighting games, they don't have a good enough mindset. I
it
think.
be like that. It be like that. You know why? All right, so I'm gonna touch up on that. There's a lot of lazy motherfuckers out there. There is.
Yeah.
Cause look, I'm gonna be honest, and this is just touching up on what I said earlier. I literally log on to whatever social media platform I go to. Motherfuckers is bitching, and I just go in the lab. Mind you, let's say like I'll just pick something up, right? Like they'll be like either soul, potential, whatever the case is. I'll go to the lab and it's like, oh, that's not bad. You just gotta avoid this. But people be really there complaining. Good players too. Talking about, yo, I can't do anything about this. It's in the 3rd. You'll never be shit. And like they'll literally just go off the whim just to prove their point. I'm just there like, I mean, I feel like you could fix that though. But
Right,
like,
right.
I guess you want to sit there. Hey man, listen, if it ain't Phoenix, I'm cool, B. True. You know what I'm saying? Even Zero. You know how many zeros I fought? Yo, I must have fought Flux. Shout out to Flux. He never beat me in Level 3. But I always pick the Nova on him. And Zero cooks that motherfucker.
True.
You know what I'm saying? But I just get that one good and I'll wait for like 20 seconds to hit him.
All you need is that one touch.
That one grab and he don't get to play no more. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, Phoenix, Cammy too.
Shit, damn, you had it, right?
Huh?
Say that again? Was it Phoenix? Who else? Who else? I want to know if you know me. Phoenix and who else? We don't gotta talk about it because I ain't trying to hear nobody's shit. They're like, hey man, I saw what you was talking about on No Frillz 46 and all that shit. But nah, just to touch up on what you're saying, man.
Cammy White.
Even the good players don't have that drive or don't have that discipline. It's true. You know?
Yeah, because it's really easy to get that way. Because I was like that at a point too.
I'm gonna be honest with you, I was like that too.
Yeah, because like I think once you get to like that level that you want it to be, or like that you aspired to be, you get like it's easy to get complacent.
Yes.
Or like
yes.
content.
No, for real.
Because it's like you're like, I'm already nasty enough, and you can cook like everyone else, but then it's like.
But when you get to that heavy level shit.
Yeah, when it's on you if you want to wake up and like be the best or be the best. Because I don't care about being the best. That's not my goal. I want to be the best that I can be.
Facts. That's where that's what leads to the championships, man.
So like,
that's real shit. Y'all like this? You like this guy?
I like this guy.
You like this guy?
I like this guy.
Yeah, so it's like, yeah, I don't care. Whenever it's like, you don't want to be number one, like that shit is all memes to me. Like, I know how good. I mean, I don't know how good I can be, but based on what I've done so far, I know I can be pretty fucking good at anything that I choose to do. So.
Bro, and your ceiling ain't even hit yet. That's what's so cool. And then I'm gonna tell you right now, Noon, you're in an era right now where we're getting a lot of fighting games.
Yeah, I'm really excited.
You know what I'm saying? And you're at that level mentally where I can see you just transition to any fighting game at this point, especially like versus style games, high mobility and stuff like that. That's where I see you. Like, I never seen you as a Street Fighter player because the first thing I seen you in was Marvel. You know what I mean? But I feel like that's your class. Like anything fast movement.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Team composition, shit like that.
Like stuff like that. Like I love playing games like that. That's why I really like Dragon Ball. And this is a reason why people hated the game. They're like, oh, there's too much shit happening.
That's the best part, actually.
That's what I'm saying. So the reason why though is because it makes you think. You have to think fast, and you have to recognize things happening fast.
That all that time on commentary. I'm like, yo, bro, Dragon Ball is one of those games where you have to be aware about everything.
Yeah.
The vanish, the super dash.
That's why
the Dragon Rush.
That's why
that's true Dragon Ball.
The scramble.
Yeah, that's true Dragon Ball. It's bad shit going on.
Yo, you know when I know motherfuckers is high level? I remember, I forgot who you played, bro, but there was a situation where you made them down tech press buttons and you kind of hit the shit out of them.
Yeah.
I forgot who it was, but that's how I know you was aware. He's like, okay, he's going to down tech press buttons after they flip out of the situation. Damn, what match was that, man?
I don't know.
you clapped them so you killed them off of it too. I'm trying to remember who it was. But anyway, that's just like an example. You feel me? But I agree with you, man.
Yeah.
I agree with you.
Yeah, so it's just like, yeah, no. It's just such a good, like, games like that because it separates like the like level of play, like really heavy. Because you can tell like all like these dudes playing are really good, or like if someone's playing, Dragon Ball's not a game where like upsets happen too much, right? Like on paper.
Yeah.
Hence why, and sorry to cut you off, right?
I already know you're
gonna say. This is what I tell people all the time, right? Because I'm around a lot of people who love MVCI, and I have nothing against MVCI. Like I didn't play it because there's no appealing characters in there to me because they took the X-Men away. But I do think it's a good game, right?
I agree.
And you know, they're always saying, "Oh, MVCI is better," this and that, and Dragon Ball sucks. I'm like, Dragon Ball doesn't suck. I came from watching Marvel 3 and from Dragon Ball. I said Dragon Ball is the type of game, if you're not better than a person, you're not gonna beat them.
Yeah.
So in terms of like a competitive fighter, I enjoy Dragon Ball so much because I like that aspect about it. You know what I mean? I hate the fact that like, oh, you know what I mean? He's got like, he's just okay, but they could be a random big upset. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, like something, it could be volatile.
Yeah, you don't see that in Dragon Ball. Rarely.
I'm not a fan of that amongst the competitive scene because I feel like, you know, if a player's like constantly working hard trying to be on a certain level, he shouldn't be able to get like knocked off so easy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like that hard work should reflect. And I get it. Like, you know, it's exciting. You know, people like to not know what's gonna happen. That's why the Super Bowl is so popular, because it's one game. You know what I mean? As opposed to like, you know, sometimes where it's a 4 out of 7, where like, you know, basketball, you pretty much you kind of know who's gonna win most years because you know who the better team is. You know what I mean? Unless like last year, which was awesome because like the two teams were so kind of evenly matched. But when you have like, you know, like a game where like someone is a competitive fighter and they're training and they're sponsored, like it kind of does them a disservice for their hard work to get like easily freaking usurped by like, I'm just this next fly thing. I'm gonna just like pick this kind of like 50-50 team, and hey, I might get you, and I might not.
And run them up. Yeah,
you know what I mean.
So point that Matrix is trying to make is, I mean, great points that you put out there, valid. Is you can't just randomly come in here in Dragon Ball and just feel like you're gonna smoke people because you got some super cheap shit. You actually have to know the ins and outs of the game. So you can't just come in here and random somebody out. I can't just come in here and be like, yo, pick the best team in the game and I'm gonna smoke folks. Right. No, I gotta sit there and really prepare myself and know what's going on in order for me to play at the high level, to even have a chance to even get a game off of a guy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. In my opinion, in Dragon Ball, there were no fraudulent players.
There was not.
No. There were no fraudulent top players. Like the dudes that was like busting ass.
At its peak is.
Nah, there was some cheap shit.
Yeah, of course.
But it never got me to a point where it's like, oh, you're only winning because of this cheap shit. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So like, for example, I remember when the first time I saw Hellzone Grenade from Hook, right, setting, I'm like, oh my god, this is the cheapest shit on earth. And I see Sonic expose that shit literally the next week.
Yeah.
Remember that shit the next week.
Bro. Yo, Hook was running amok week after week.
Yeah, NOBC.
Dudes cannot fucking cope,
I remember that.
Now, mind
you, bro.
And
then Sonic was like, oh, you just.
And mind you, he's in the chat. Yo, it's crazy. He's in the chat talking. It's like, oh, it's just they don't know what they're doing. This is
Sonic pulls up. That shit comes up. Some man's like, whack, 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 whack. Done.
Because I said, I was like, oh my god, they can't see the mix, blah blah blah. But little do you know that you can actually on the startup when it's not there, you can actually reflect the shit. You can reflect the period, you know?
Right.
Yeah.
And see, the thing with Hook was, right, people was the consensus was Piccolo sucked, you know what I mean, like that.
That's gas.
Then then when he came on and he was doing that, his first like main victim was freaking Chase Nico Maki. Like whatever name.
I remember his name like twice.
Yeah, I know. No, Nico's good. I love Nico. You know what I mean? But you know what I mean? He was outside. Sitting down salty. We walked outside the next level. My man was like, I said.
Nah, first off, see how you looking down? My man was literally sitting. All right, so you know how NOBC you come out?
Yeah.
It's the door, and then you look to the left. There's like this other door right there's like gated. Yo, he's literally sitting in front of that gate like this, thinking about it. Like, yo, we literally walked out. We was like, yo, Nico, you good? He's like, yo, I gotta get him next week, man.
Yo, it's crazy. He was like, I was like, yo, Piccolo, man. He said, I'm a lab it.
But I like that though. No complaints.
Yeah, exactly. I'm a lab it.
That's shout out to Nico Maki. What, Jace?
Yeah, I don't know what he's going by these days.
Nico Maki. I don't even know where he's at. I hope he's doing well, man. But
and freaking and it's crazy because when we was there, right? You know what I mean? Hook come up, he got his entourage with him. Yo, it's a whole bunch of buzzing in the air. You know what I mean? Like, yo, they tapping me. I'm on the mic. He's like, yo, best Piccolo in the world.
So we didn't know who the fuck he was, bro. Yo, we don't know who the fuck he was, and it's crazy.
They was looking back. I was looking. I was like, oh. They was looking at. He was like.
So it's crazy, right? So I'm the type of guy, because I'm old school with it. Like I'm the type of guy that just like to see the results on every game. Yeah. Right. Like I'll go on SRK or Event Hubs or SRK when they put all the results up, whatever the case is, right? The only thing I knew about Hook is that he played Faust and Guilty Gear. That's all I knew. I didn't know what the fuck I don't know how nice he was, whatever the case is. That's all I knew about the guy. I didn't even know how he looked. I didn't even know he was Dominican. Mm-hmm. Shit was kind of crazy when I first found out, because to me he looked Mexican as fuck when I seen him. You know what I'm saying? And especially with a name like Eduardo, I mean, yeah, it's kind of like Puerto. He's half Dominican, kid. You ain't know?
Yeah.
He's half Dominican, B. Hook gang god. Yes. Yeah. You wouldn't have thought, right? Yeah, that's the same shit when I see. He was like, yeah, you know, he comes up to you with the, bro, you know, I'm half Dominican.
Yeah.
And now,
like, oh shit.
And now, not to say like everybody that was getting cooked up by Hook, you know what I mean? Like, not to say like, oh, he wasn't like OD. He was OD. It wasn't just Hellzone Grenade. Like, right. But you know, that shout out to Sonic for like being on top of his game
and being assertive about it.
Yeah, and knowing and knowing how to figure out things in his game. Like Sonic is playing Dragon Ball FighterZ, right? It's as a top player and a competitor in the game, it is your responsibility, not your job, your responsibility to know these matchups.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If you're a competitive player, like
if you say you are.
Yeah, you like yo, listen.
Right.
You got to go lab some shit. Like if there's a character in there that you don't know nothing about, try to go see the character, go see what they can do, you know what I mean? And shout out to Sonic, cuz that's part of what makes him so good. He knows the cast and he knows like their strengths and weaknesses. I'll give you another example. and this is the last compliment I'm gonna give you, Sonic. Say your ass, bring your ass on the show. Double L was doing this thing in the local scene for a minute, you know what I mean, and doing this thing at Bum Soda, and then like everybody was like, "Yo, we want to see Double L play Sonic. We want to see Double L play Sonic." Now, Double L catches a lot of heat too. He's one of the people that get hated on, you know, because his play style, his questionable decisions.
It's kind of sporadic,
right?
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
But hey, that's his shit, right?
Yo, I feel like that's a bonus. I'm gonna be honest with you, because people will see me like, yo, what? They'll be so confused that he did it. Meanwhile, he's fucking your shit up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's good. That's a good thing to have. I'll be honest.
So, Sonic proceeds to play Double L at Bums. You know what I mean? I was there. We cut the lights out and everything. Bust ass. You know what I mean? Boom. All the bochicho in the air, like, you know what I mean? That's it. You know what I mean?
Oh, Bonchicha, huh? Yeah, you from the fucking hood. I'm gonna throw a random Spanish sling like, yo, you think I'll catch you, boy? Put it in, brother. Put it in, brother. Oh, shit.
You know what I mean? Like, so like.
Take the Brahim. Yo, you know who this is, no? That's Brahim from Philly, man.
Brahim Keys. But like, you know what I mean? Like, that's good shit. You know what I mean? Like the fact that Sonic is able to like, all right, he's the next thing. Like, let me remind y'all what it is up here. Like, why I'm number one. Why I'm the best in America. You know what I mean? So like, that type of stuff to me is awesome because it lets a player be consistent. You know, it's less variance within the game amongst skill, and like what you put in that game, you're gonna get back.
Yeah,
straight up. What you put in that, it's a little oppressive. You know, it's a little oppressive. You know, I guess there's some defensive players that would love to play the game if they can play defensive in the game. You know, like, you know, playing a more keep away based style, not so, you know, but maybe just not the game. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Maybe just not the game. But in terms of like a competitive fighter, I think Dragon Ball FighterZ is a great game in terms of that. Now they make changes and stuff like that, and you know, maybe some people might not like the buffs or the nerfs or the you know, whatever the system changes. You know, whatever. You can't please everybody. But all in all, I still think it was a great competitive fighter. I think freaking Marvel Infinite was a good competitive fighter. You know what I mean? I think they're definitely better than Marvel 3. And y'all know how I feel about that. You know what I mean? So,
what you think about Marvel 3, Chris?
Come on, baby. They didn't hurt me, baby. They didn't hurt me.
Did I talk about it? I'm sorry. I'm just trolling you. I'm sorry, brother. I just gotta fuck with you. You know what I mean? Because, yo, he loves Marvel vs. Capcom 2. Like, bro, let me tell you. Just to give you a little Lord Noon, right?
Yeah.
We was playing Marvel 3 heavy.
Okay.
Facts.
I'm talking about like everybody was coming over to my crib. I would go over to Bums. I'm talking heavy. And then obviously as the game is evolving, we start noticing the shit. Like it's getting crazy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
From the TAC Infinites, when everybody got Doom on their squad, I was like, holy shit. Like that's Lucho started looking a little different.
Yes,
you know what I mean?
it did.
Afterwards.
Yes, it did.
But you know, me and Chris, we will always find a way to make the game enjoyable.
Okay.
For example, we literally play on low damage. Me and Chris play on low damage, no X factor, and we still won't touch killing each other. Well, more me than you. More me than you.
My character said like a bitch.
I mean that Infinite was crazy, bro. On that low damage.
It was.
I had to watch that shit, bro. Like, come on. Like, really?
I had to try to hold that up for like a 100
That shit was like.
I was playing Dante Storm Akuma, so I was doing a Storm Infinite.
All you hear is wind for hot man. I'm like, go ahead, fuck it, get your shit off. You know what I'm saying? But fucking.
You still had 80K though.
There was a point in time when Chris, what did I turn it to 50?
Yeah, it was about 50. It went from 80 to 50K.
But anyway, this is how I know he had enough. One day there was a Marvel 2 tournament at NLBC. I forgot what was the title of that shit.
Too Old, Too Furious.
Too Old, Too Furious. There you go. And me and Chris just went over it. I think Blue Jay drove us. Rest in peace, my boy Blue Jay. Our boy Blue Jay. He drove us. I'm in the back. Fucking. I remember there was a picture. I got the picture. Nigga, it's clear as fucking day. I got the DS with the Magneto helmet on. I'm in the back, and we just talking shit in the car, right? So Chris is there, and he's like in awe, because mind you, we haven't touched the game in years. I think the last time was Caesar's Beatings.
Yeah.
Caesar's Beatings was lit, and that was in 2010. Okay. So obviously Marvel 3 came out, and blah blah blah, and then I think 2 Old 2 Furious happened 2013 or 2014.
I don't remember the year.
It was one of those years, and all I remember was Chris going, "Yo, I am done with Marvel 3. I'm back. I'm back." That's literally what he said. And mind you, I'm a spectator. The whole time motherfuckers egging me on, like, yo, you're not gonna enter. It's like, nah, because I feel like I felt at the time I was trashing the game. Like I had to actually like practice to play. You know what I mean? So I'm there playing. I'm there watching this shit. I'm getting the giddies. You know, you start getting the fucking goosebumps. Like, oh my god, this shit is kind of gone. Like, let me just chill. You know what I'm saying? Let me just chill. And then motherfuckers was popping shit too. Yo, Smooth Viper pop shit. I want to punch somebody in their mouth, bro. I'm not gonna lie. I want to punch somebody in their mouth. So I was getting so hyped, right? But freaking, I just remember that shit for Chris. Chris is like in the back, like he's literally like, this is good shit. He's like, yo, I'm done with Marvel. And I was like, yo, you're not playing Marvel 3 no more with me? He said, I am done with Marvel 3. He literally looked at me. Yo, and I never told him again. I said, yo, you're not coming over to the crib? He said, I am done with Marvel 3. And then literally next thing you know, he in Blue Jay crib with a stick again.
Yeah. Damn.
And mind you, it took a year for me to come back. After that day, it took me a year to come back to the game. Because they just kept egging me on to get back on it. And eventually got back on it. But the point is, yeah, you hate some Marvel 3, and I understand why.
It's just not. It just don't do it, man. I mean, the damage is just too high to me. The damage output.
It is what it is. And mind you, again,
it's just too high.
Not to sound dusty, you know. I'm pretty sure motherfuckers talk about, look at all these old motherfuckers talk about fighting games. But no, seriously. So we're used to the cheap shit, right? But the thing about our cheap shit at the time is we can actually play neutral in peace until we get hit, sure. Yeah. But you know, a lot of things came into play, like human error.
Yeah.
So human error is like, okay, I'll get hit with this bullshit, but are you gonna finish though?
Exactly.
You know?
Yeah.
And it was that mentality that kind of kept us safe and sane when we played. So I see why Marvel 3 can turn you around like that, man.
Yeah. Well, like I tell people, right? Like you said, you came in playing Marvel 3. So like I get it. Like that was your first game, so like, you know, you came in a different era. So, you know, I get it. But we came from an era where, you know, it was different, you know what I mean? And then when it converted to like people's hard work had to be put in, like, you know what I mean, for it to be a certain level. Then when Marvel 3 came out, they made that hard work so much more accessible to everybody. So then, you know, it was like, so nobody's really standing out no more in terms of the work that they put in. Not saying that you guys didn't put in work to be top players, and I give you this, for you guys to be able to like nullify the randomization in the game.
The bullshit, yeah.
That I definitely give you guys credit for. But the fact that, like, you know, like the hard work, like the, you know, the movement, like Marvel 3 doesn't have proximity guard. Yeah. And I'm not like here nor there with that. But like having proximity guard in a Marvel style game and being able to overcome that was a skill in itself. Yeah. So like they removed that, made things easier movement wise, you know what I mean? So in Marvel 2 you got to worry about getting stuck. Different characters had different guard stiffness. Yep. So it's a lot of other intricate things that made somebody good. And then when you appreciate somebody navigating through that, then like you're like, oh wow, like, yo, how's he able to do this like this? Boom, boom, boom. They took that away. Then like for people to be optimal, like the combos do so much damage where everything is optimal, right? So like, you know, that it's just the things that they took from the game that made people special, and now everybody's special. That's what, you know, that was tough to deal with. But you know, when you're coming into it, like that's what you know, I get it. You know, it's fine. I just gracefully took the step back from the game. You know what I mean?
It is what it is, man. Look, the thing I appreciate about Marvel, you want me to tell you what kept it a buck for me for Marvel 3? It gave me that reassurance that I still got it. You know, not in a bad way. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not trying to say like nobody else could do it. That's not the case. It was just, remember when I came on, Marvel 2, boom, 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 coming in Marvel 3, I literally did a whole reset. I'm like, yo, damn, I gotta learn this whole different shit. This is not Marvel 2. So I had to eliminate everything Marvel 2 to the point where when I went back to Marvel 2, I don't remember how to play the game. Yeah. It was one of those. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, so like, playing Marvel 3, it helped me appreciate. I was like, okay, not only do I still have it, but it was one of those things where like, okay, I'm proud that I can still adapt to these new fighting games, because I don't know where I was going after that. Because we were stuck with Street Fighter 4, Marvel 2. I want to say we were stuck with Street Fighter 4, but you know, there was so many freaking characters in that game, bro, and it was getting to that point where it was like, yo, I can't keep up with all these matchups. Right. You know what I mean? But that was the thing about Marvel 3. I appreciate it. And then there was a different type of movement. When Plinkin got involved and shit like that, and then when you knew that if this guy hit you, you was gonna die, it took it to a whole nother level in terms of movement and decision making. Yeah. So that I appreciate. You know what I mean? Yeah. So high damage though, the TAC Infinites was kind of crazy. And the only thing that really bugged me from Marvel 3 was the fact that you couldn't break a combo and get a combo yourself. Because they took that out in the beta. In the beta, yeah. So like, okay, the game evolved, right? TAC Infinites popped up, you know, and then just swag. Fuck you, Marlon Pie. But Yeah, the swag. Even earlier, there was a guy even before him that was doing it. But in terms of like putting it out on the map to show people what it's really about, it was definitely Monopod. But yeah, that shit was just getting ridiculous damage wise, man.
Right. And see, like being that Marvel 3 was your first game, I want to ask you this question because I'm gonna tell you from me, right? So for me, going from Marvel 3, I mean, I'm not gonna count Marvel 2 because we just went back to that, right? When Dragon Ball FighterZ came out, like it felt so good to be playing a game again that I felt wasn't highly volatile. You know what I mean? And like I was average at best in Dragon Ball FighterZ. That was my first anime style game.
You solid.
Yeah, and I'm like, I'm not really handy with like the TE style joystick because I'm a little rough with the stick, which is why I use a mod stick, whatever. So sometimes instant air dash, that was a new thing to me. So I had to learn a whole bunch of new things. But you know what I mean? I still like have fun with the game and appreciated like what the game was giving me. You had Spark and Blast. It wasn't like X Factor at all. You know what I mean? I think like that's a nice legit comeback mechanic. It wasn't overpowering at all. It made sense. You know what I mean? I love Dragon Ball lore, but like in terms of like the mechanics and the gameplay of the game, like I enjoyed it a whole lot. You know what I mean? So coming from Marvel 3 to Dragon Ball FighterZ, for me that felt like okay, like I got into a better game, right? Now because I came from Marvel 2, then that, and then Dragon Ball FighterZ. Dragon Ball FighterZ is like on almost on par with like Marvel 2 in terms of the type of competitive game.
The technicality and the work you got to put in.
Yeah. Not in terms like Marvel 2 obviously have more avenues because you could play keep away, you could play rush down, you could play wear down,
trap
game trap. Yeah. So there was a few more things. So for you starting with Marvel 3, then going to Dragon Ball FighterZ because you are good in both, and you obviously showed a great interest in both. Tell me what that was like for you.
Good question.
Like that. So I think in the beginning I did not like Dragon Ball.
Okay, that makes sense. I understand.
Yeah, I didn't like that. So I'm trying to remember why I didn't like it. So it was because I felt like a lot of things, or like because it's like a new game, right? So like things don't make sense. Like people are doing things, but they don't really know why. So I think that's what made me mad. It was just because it was new that made me mad. I was just like, why did this guy mash Vanish here? Why did he mash Super Dash here? Like why?
Right.
Why?
Yeah.
I get. They don't get why they're doing that. So it's like what is this, right? We're like Marvel 3, it's like so fleshed out. It's like, oh, okay, I get why my assist died here. I get why he called this there, or like he did this combo, or like TC or whatever, right? So I was like, okay, I get it. I think that was like why I didn't like Dragon Ball in the beginning. But then I was like, okay. So it's pretty funny to say it, but I think my main motivator back in the day was spite.
Okay.
So I was playing the game, I was playing people, and it was that itch. I got that itch again. I was like, I think I can be better than a lot of these dudes. Like,
okay.
It was like that feeling again. Like I'm watching people play. I'm like I'm not like my first week, right? I got third, but it was like no disrespect, but I was just like I'm watching other people play, just in general, like around like just tournaments stuff like that. I'm like, these dudes are winning, but I don't think they're better. Like at like the game or whatever. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna keep practicing because I want this to make sense. And it's like, it was also like it was a weird time in life. Like I'm going to college, stuff like that. So I was like, I really want to try and be good at a game that is mainstream. Because like Marvel was mainstream, but not in like esports.
Like in terms of like super supporting and shit. Yeah. We already know.
Yeah.
So that's why So that's why I think I stuck with Dragon Ball Super. Not just for esports, but it was because it was like, one, I want to try and get good at this game because I don't get it. And then two is like, okay, I want to see. Because it's like Street Fighter 4, right? Like had that support, and then Street Fighter 5 still had like the support and stuff like that. So I was like, okay, I want to see what it's like playing a game where like that is a thing.
And it helped with your visibility. I get what you're saying. Like in terms of like, it was worth really delving into it because not only you wanted to smoke fools that you thought that you was better, but you already knew the avenues it would take you to in terms of like visibility and stuff like that. Because it wasn't like that for Marvel 3. Like to be honest, not to toot my own horn, in terms of visibility, Curly was one of those tournaments. You know what I'm saying? And just majors in general. But Dragon Ball, they literally had their own tournaments, you know what I'm saying, at locations. It's not like they was piggybacking off of like every event, which is not a bad thing. That's what people are doing right now. I like that. It's a collaboration, but I see what you're saying, man, in terms of the visibility, in terms of just the level of competition, so many people are getting involved, you know what I mean? You might as well
I wanted to play a game. The biggest motive, I guess the best way to phrase it is I wanted to play a game where so many good fighting game players were playing.
Facts.
Oh yeah.
That was the biggest thing because it wasn't like everyone played Marvel 3.
Right.
From like all these different games. Like Dragon Ball, you had like Leffen, you had Goichi,
OD.
you had there's just all these people playing this game. I'm just like, I want to beat them. Like I want to like play these dudes, and that was like, I was like, okay, like I'm gonna do this. Like I am going to get better or as good as these guys, right? So that was like the main motivation. I think it's just like, yeah, like I'm gonna play these guys. And I was really lucky early on because it's like I started doing good at my weekly. I started winning it every week, and then I remember I specifically remember because it was like 2 a.m. or something, like Goichi streaming or whatever. I'm chilling. I'm in college, right? So I'm like chilling with some homies in my dorm or whatever, and I get a phone call at like 2 a.m. from my boy Ninja Nam. All right, he calls me up. He's like, "Yo, check your DMs," right? I was like, "All right, cool, whatever." So we're in this like group chat. I check my DMs. It's a clip. It's Goichi streaming, and I think the next week is like NCR or something, and it's him saying like people he wants to play, and then he was like, "Yeah, my like the number one people I want to play are like Chris G and Supernoon," and I was just like what the fuck, like,
Which is a god, boy.
yeah, I was like, cause I know Goichi, right? Like Melty Blood and stuff like that. Like I knew, so I was just like, why does this guy want to play me? Like I'm just a dude, bro. So like that was really cool. And then like I played him, and when I played him, like he was really good, but it wasn't that far yet. Like I was winning sets against him, like in the beginning. So I was just like, okay, like if I'm this close, but this dude is like Jesus right now, like yeah, like I know what I can do.
Yeah, he was taking motherfuckers to church, bro.
So
I like
did you grow a liking for the game?
Yeah, no, so like the thing is when I played, so at that point I wouldn't say, so like SoCal had a lot of really good players. I think what made me get super duper like into it was the first time I played like Reynolds.
Okay.
When I played him, I got so pissed off because it was a similar feeling where like this guy's fucking with me, dude. It was such a similar vibe to what happened in Marvel 3.
Yo,
I was like,
shout out to Reynolds.
yeah, that's my boy. That's my boy.
Yeah, let me tell you something about Reynolds, man. He got this like aura of just like he knows how to disrespect you in the game. Like that's what he like. That yo. So let me tell you. Let me just add up on it, right? So today I'm up into Reynolds on Strive, right? And he beat me the first set, I beat him the second. He beat me the third set, I beat him the fourth set, right? So after I beat him the fourth set, you know how you can see somebody go to the station mad fast to get the rematch? I literally sent him a message. I said, yo, I'm going to see you in person. I'm going to let you hold that shit. Yo, he said nothing. He knew who I was. He said nothing. But that's how I know he's one of those players that you always want to humble up to, right?
Yeah, so
I wish I had access to Reynolds like that offline. So I would love to talk shit to him.
I remember,
okay.
I remember, like I played him at WNF one time, and he just like fucked me up. He was just laughing the whole time.
Piece of shit, I know you
joking,
Reynolds.
right?
Oh my god!
And then I remember he invited me and Ringe to his house to play one weekend, just like straight up like just go grind, right? So I go. At that point, that was the worst I ever lost to somebody. I played for like 9 hours. Like 9 hours, like total. I won like 2 games.
Oh fuck, man, that's bust ass.
But it wasn't even like the games were close.
It was but it wasn't even close though.
Nah, it wasn't like he was like I wasn't taking like character, like it was just like speed run. Like I was getting fucked up.
Woo!
So I was like,
bust ass.
He said speed run.
So then the next week, it's the week of NCR, right? So I go and like Randall, he pulls up, he's like smiling and stuff like that. I win the first game, no, gone.
Ooh,
the smile's gone.
I know how you feel.
Because it was free. I fucked him up. And then the next game, first 2, bam, done. I'm in winners finals. Gets back to grands, 3-0'd him.
Oh yeah, that's a hard pill to swallow.
Yeah, and then
that's
NCR happened, and then I got third, and then I got sponsored and all that shit, right? But yeah, so that was what I was practicing for. I was like, I need. He was like one of the first people. I was like, I need to beat this guy.
But you know what? That's beautiful. That's what's so beautiful.
It's all in the game. Yeah,
no, for sure. Yeah. It's always that one guy that gives you that extra spark. Like you're already hyped, but now this guy's just taking you to another level. Like, all right, I'm like, you ain't gonna sit here for 9 hours, 2 games. Like, goddamn, bro. And I've been in those situations on the receiving end and just giving it out to somebody, so I could get how I could get somebody hungry. You know what I mean? So that's beautiful.
It's a good thing to go through though. Like if you never had that experience where it's just like, man, fuck this guy, bro. Like I need to beat this dude.
Son.
Yeah, it's a really good experience. It's a good one.
So you see what you're just talking about? That's what we dealt with Justin Wong. Like Justin was just so casually chirpy and shit, chilling, laughing, fucking us up. 99 wins. on the fucking machine, and I'm just there like, yeah, that shit ain't that funny, B. I lost a lot of money trying to beat your ass, you know what I mean? But it is what it is, I mean. Shout out to Jay. But you always need that spark in order for you to reach that next level, or that level that you feel like you couldn't reach beforehand, you know what I mean? But I respect
it's a
that,
good
man.
catalyst. Yeah.
It is, man. It is, man. That's what it's all about. See, I like that, no. You know when to identify bus ass, and you know what to do with it.
Yeah, because if someone like, I'll never. So the thing, like, people get mad when you call it how it is. So it's like if you lost and the like guy didn't beat you, I'm not gonna say like I got outplayed. It's just like I fucked up. I lost because I fucked up. But if I lose and the other guy's just better than me, it's like, well, he's just better. That's it.
Just be accountable,
People
man.
don't like to hear
Yeah,
that.
they don't like to hear
Just
it.
be
They're
accountable,
like,
man.
If you lost, just
They
take
don't
the
like
L.
to hear that,
I'm
'cause-
taking the L. I'm not saying.
You know what's the hard?
You know why too? Because they don't really pay attention to
what's
how
happening.
they win.
Yeah.
Because if
They're
someone,
just like, oh,
yeah,
I got the win. That's
that's all that matters.
And like,
yeah.
the idea is to win. Okay, yes, you got the win,
Yeah.
but at the back of your mind, you should be like, you know what? If he didn't fuck that up, I would have lost. So let me try to correct that for next time.
Yeah.
That's how they should be thinking. They
It's like if I were to beat Goichi, but like he's just super dashing at me all day. All I'm doing is 2Hing him. Like one, you're a dumbass. Why are you super dashing at me like that? But then it's like you're not playing good. So
Right.
I don't care. It's whatever.
right. Yeah.
Yeah.
You want people out their best.
Yeah. Like I'm not gonna flex like, oh, I beat Goichi, but all he was doing was playing like a bot. You know.
Right.
It be like that. I mean, it is what it is.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
All right. So you know what, New? Now that we here,
I like that, man. This man is a realist. I
So
respect
you gotta be
that
honest.
shit.
Man, look,
Yeah. So a lot
Yo.
of people don't like to hear it how it is. So
That's a fact. And yo,
so I will admit, back in the day, like early Dragon Ball, I maybe went a little too ham with a lot of stuff. That's why I've toned it down a lot. And I think that is the better play because that's just is better. But
accountable. Just hold
yeah.
yourself accountable.
no, I am a realist when it comes to competing and stuff like that.
and that's why I really like my FGC family. You know what I mean? Like my dudes like Yipes, you know what I mean? Jason, Dez, you know what I mean? Sanford, like Wiggy, Joshy 60, because Mike Giffen, like we could all be real with each other. You know what I mean? Like we don't sugarcoat no bullshit. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
we play, it's constructive. You know what I mean? Like that. I seen that like Desmond might stomp a mud hole in me one day, and he be like, you know, you gotta do this. Like this game, you shouldn't have been doing this. You know, I'm like we keep it a buck with each other. We'll play Yipes. We'll get freaking cooked by Yipes like 60 to single digits. You know what I mean? Yipes will sit here and tell it, yo, y'all gotta stop calling jokes like this. You know, approach like this because you giving me
shit.
this. You know what I mean? Like
Real
it's real shit. You know what I mean? Like, and then like if we catch him. If we catch him a few games and we know like, okay, he fucked something up,
Yeah,
you know,
like,
he'll be like, you know, like, I actually meant to do this. That's the only reason you hit me. People will be taking that like, oh, why you just say that? Just give my credit. No, like I get it. I get it. If you cooking me 30 straight and I hit you on some shit that I didn't hit you with the other games, and you're telling me now you meant to do this, I believe it. You know what I mean? It's just real shit. Like, and you gotta face that reality. You know what I mean? Like people can't handle that. People can handle that.
And that's what it's all about, man. It's again, I mean, I was saying it the whole time. You just gotta hold yourself accountable, man.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, you know. I'll give you an example. I hate talking about it, but shit. All right. So you ever wondered why I started playing Team Nemo? You ever wondered that? Did you ever wonder that at all? Like, yo, mad people say like, yo, why the fuck you playing that shit? Play Team Devil May Cry and all this.
I thought you just wanted to play Nova, and I was the best Nova team.
Nah. So I was always a Nova player.
Yeah, I know that.
Right?
I know you like
All
Nova.
right.
Yeah.
When I got to
I
the,
never saw the picture you playing some Doctor Strange.
hold up, though. I'm gonna tell you why. Right?
Right.
So first and foremost, there was a point in time I kept losing to Ryan bad.
Okay.
Like it would be like I'll cook him in neutral, then Phoenix is out here with 5 bars, and then on top of that, he's not a bum. So it's like he's not a bum playing Phoenix.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, damn, like it's just kind of fucking cheap. You know what I mean? So that literally just gave me that realization, like, yo, I just need to pick something better. That's it. And then this is around the time where the meta was getting crazy. It was shifting to everybody was playing Doom and shit, which is whatever. So I needed that counter call. I needed it.
Yeah.
That's why I went to Doctor Strange. And the reason why a lot of people wonder why I never played Magneto, I just couldn't stomach the fact that I needed Doom with him. I couldn't play based on how I played Marvel 2 Magnus and shit like that. I just couldn't stomach the fact that I had to play with Magneto. You know what I'm saying? So that's why you never see me play Mag Doom. I made top 8 Defender North with Mag Doom Virgil just for a shout out for my man Remix. I literally just picked the team. He passed away. Literally a month later was Defender North, and then I played Mag Doom Virgil in his honor. You know what I'm saying? But that was literally the only time I played Doom, like an actual competitive play. You know what I'm saying? But That was literally the reason why I picked Nova and had great Oki against Phoenix.
True.
So, just to put credit on my back, the reason why Champ even smoked Nemo is because he flew me out the week before. And we played for days. Shout out to Ryan, though, man. Look, as much shit as I give him in terms of that Phoenix shit, he's a great player, so I can't even shit on him. You know what I'm saying? I was getting pissed off losing. I mean, you was there when I first got burned in the flames, but I'm motherfucking.
Yes.
It wasn't good. It wasn't a good feeling, B.
It wasn't good.
I was outside. This is when I was smoking cigarettes. I went outside and ran through a pack of cigarettes.
That's corny, man. Like, yo.
I was losing. Yo,
like, why you gotta, like, you playing the game, you smoking them, you smoking the first two characters, she come in and just.
That shit was kind of bad, bro. to catch your face value like that, like, bro, like, word.
And then you're like, damn, what did I do wrong?
And the new guys, right? All the new guys talking to me. It's like, damn, man, you're kind of allergic to Phoenix. And I was like, really?
Allergic to Phoenix?
And mind you, they said that, right? And literally the next tournament, they getting smoked by Phoenix.
Yeah.
So I'm just there like, and I ain't even bring it to them or nothing. Like, oh, so, yeah, allergic, huh? I ain't say nothing. I just watched from the back, like, okay. But it is what it is, though.
Yeah.
But I see what you're saying, Noon. And you know what? This is what brings me up to my next question.
Okay.
What do you think is wrong with the U.S. scene in fighting game?
U.S. scene. So I said it a while ago, and everybody got really mad.
It's no frills, baby.
I know frills, man. Say what you
I always
say.
keep it real.
It's New York, right? New York. It's New York, right?
FGC, right?
Shout out to Jada Kiss, man.
Yo, Chris, let me talk.
Let me talk.
Yo, Noon, let me talk. Come on, yo, Noon, Chris. Now, but go ahead.
I think the thing about
Nah, I ain't stopping now.
Okay,
No.
You know they got paid good, B.
Yeah, I know.
No, they got paid good. But go ahead. Let's go.
I think the problem is it's a lot more people. They're caring about things other than the game more than the game itself, like the outside stuff, like stream. Like, there's nothing wrong with caring about like streaming or like doing all that kind of stuff, but if you're gonna complain and like cry or like OS your way out of being just bad, like if you're bad, right? There's no other reason. Like, just get better, just practice. But like I said, a lot of people don't have that drive. So it's if like, you lose, like, oh, whatever, I'm a streamer. Oh, whatever. But then like you're like you do something and then in your bio it's like, yeah, top blah 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 player. It's like, are you really though, or are you just a name?
Oh.
So,
I feel that.
So yeah, there's a lot of names, but there are a lot of good players. That's how I see
Strut my shoulders.
There's a lot of names.
Blatant disrespect that I does to Dolces. You agree with that? Agree with that? I agree with that hard.
100%.
It's true, man. Look, let me tell you
100%.
something. I don't give a fuck who you are. If I don't see consistency, man, and I don't see that you actually give a fuck, I'm not gonna give a fuck. And mind you, my opinion's gonna be different because I've been in the game for a while. Fuck it, I'm dusty, antiques, whatever. But I'm all about that hunger. I'm all about that humility. You know what I'm saying? And I'm all about people actually progressing.
Yeah.
So when there's people freaking just talking shit and be like, yo, I'm losing this because of that. I don't like the game because of this. I'm like, I feel like you just finding excuses, to be real with you, instead of actually finding answers. So that's why I can actually agree with you on that 100%.
Yeah, because it's like, if you're gonna complain about like the game all day but then still play it or like still stream it or do whatever, it's like you care a little bit. So like if you're gonna like keep subjecting yourself, entering tournaments or like playing it and then like complaining and like doing all this, it's like you just get better at the game.
And you know what? And don't get me wrong, I appreciate the passion though. Don't get me wrong. When I see people really complain, I'm like, okay, you know what? You're complaining, but at least I see that you care.
Yeah.
You know? So that just goes to show me that there's not only signs of life in FGC that we're going to keep growing, but it's just more so that I see that you care, so that means you're going to be paying attention and you might change your ways. So that lets me know. I'm like, okay.
Yeah, it's like up to them.
Right.
That feeling, right? Yeah, because it's like when you're you're only complaining because you're bothered, right? If you didn't care, you wouldn't be complaining. So like, if this thing bothered you, you can do two things. You can keep complaining, or you could take that feeling of being bothered or mad or whatever, and learn from it and like let it fuel you, and then you get better from it.
Yeah, man. That's what happened with me and Executioner. How many fly combos I ate? That shit was looking kind of bad at one point. I was Kid Lightning, they was calling me. That shit was kind of bad. I can only imagine how social media would have took that shit back in the day, man. Imagine Marvel 2 back in the day in the Twitterverse. Bro, this shit would have been bad. Talking about complaints?
God.
Woo! I probably would have been the first guy. Yo, Santhrax, fuck Santhrax players. You know what I'm saying? You guys, so y'all guys are commando. Y'all ain't shit without command. I could have been that guy, but nah, man, you gotta just go with the motions, bro. How you think Justin Wong was undefeated for 4 years, man? You thought that shit was a joke? Fucking went out his way to not complain and get it done. And it's crazy, right? Because on this show, we use Justin a lot in terms of examples, but like he's literally the example of hard work and dedication, man. Without struggle, there's no progress. That is the guy. So any time that we trying to meet in the middle, or just making a point of how a fighting game player should be, or how they should think, we literally think about Justin Wong, man. It's real shit. You know, I'm pretty sure I could say the same thing for Daigo and Tokido, but we don't know them personally like we know Jay, you know?
Right, yeah.
So, yeah, man.
So, in terms of Dragon Ball, right, before I even get to Strive, right?
Yeah.
So, in terms of Dragon Ball, so throughout the game's life, right? Like, what do you think was like good in terms of system mechanics? Like, what would you change? Like, you know, like how did you feel about that? Like, how would you have like went about patching or buffing the game?
So I think like people have asked me this kind of question before, like I think I'm a really bad person to ask because I played Marvel 3.
Okay.
So the way I take fighting games, I don't complain about them anymore. Like whatever, like if it's jank, I'm gonna say it's jank. But I'm gonna say, oh, patch this. I don't like this. What I do is I just play the game a lot, so I get used to it. I get used to the feeling of like whatever's happening. I'm like, okay, this is normal. This is what the game is. So I never think about. Damn, like screw this. I need to change this now. How would I change it? I don't really do that. I just figure out how to handle it right then. So it's both a good and a bad thing because it's like I'm Stockholm syndroming myself into being like, this is normal. This is fine, right? But at the same time, I'm not. I mean, why should I I guess I should have to think about how I would want it changed or not. But at the same time, I'm not balancing the game, so why should I care? I take what you give me and I get good at it.
Right.
That's my job.
And that's how I feel right now with Strive.
Yeah. So yeah, that's exactly where I am with Guilty Gear. It's like even though I haven't been entering like online tournaments, I just don't like online tournaments. But that doesn't mean I'm not practicing.
Yeah.
In my own time. Like I got some shit cooked up.
You getting ready? I know you getting ready.
Like I got.
Who's the character?
Ramlethal. Yeah. So like
fits your style though, actually, that character.
Yeah, it does. It does. It's actually it's a perfect character for me for that game.
I'm curious. So what led you to your character choices in Dragon Ball?
Dragon Ball. So it's,
first of all, tell the people who.
Right, so in Dragon Ball, I guess the one constant character I played throughout the whole game was Kid Buu.
My guy.
Kid Buu since day 0.
My guy. My guy.
After that, I played like Cell, Vegeta, Bardock, SSJ Goku.
Wait, which Vegeta?
SSJ.
Okay.
SSJ Vegeta, GT Goku. I think I said Cell.
What? I'm sorry. What did they call? Damn, I can't remember. What did they call black hair Goku and Vegeta again? Base Goku.
Yeah, base Goku, base Vegeta. Yeah, so those are all the characters I played. But yeah, Kid Buu forever. That's like the one character. Dude, I remember watching the Kid Buu trailer, and like my dude is my guy is like Jabril, right? That is my dude. Like he doesn't really play, but so it's a meme. He's one of the best to never play.
Shout out to Jabril. He is pretty talented, if you will. I will say he's a very talented fellow. I seen him play from Marvel 3. SF5, and he's
MVCI.
Solid in SF5.
SF5, he was one of the like best American players.
Yeah,
at the start.
What does he use?
He played Vega.
Okay.
Yeah, he was really good. He was really good. You know what it is? I appreciate the young bucks catching up so fast, and they play it at that stable level. What I mean by stable level is that they're playing that neutral with you because they understand.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of young bucks, they just try to thrive off of like rush down, just getting you knocked down, blah blah blah, whatever the case is. But he's playing Vega, and he's playing that neutral with you, so he's playing that patience with you. You know what I'm saying? So like, I appreciate that from Jabril. I see Jabril.
Yeah. So I remember we watched like the Kid Buu trailer or whatever, and we're watching it. I was like, I think this might be like the character for me right now. And he's like, yeah, probably. It looks like just vibes. He was like, yeah, like it's probably like your style. And then like the game came out and like tried it. I was like, this is my.
It's the vibe.
Yeah. I was like, yeah. Like he. So my thing about fighting games is I always like movement. Movement is a really big thing, but it's a really weird thing to think about because people don't think about this. Smaller characters have an easier time moving around the screen. There's less stuff to run into. naturally you're not gonna get hit by a lot of things just because you're small, right? So that is what really made me like him in Dragon Ball, because the movement is very fluid in Dragon Ball, right? At the beginning it was very clunky, but there's like all this stuff happening. There's like Vegeta assist, there's Ki Blast, there's Super Dash. A lot of it just naturally went by me because I'm playing Kid Buu and he's so small and I don't have to deal with any of that, right? So then once I learned how to move, I was like, yeah, I'm never gonna hit by any of this because I know how to abuse my character's movement, right? And that's like specific to like those kind of characters, because it's like you can play Broly, but you're gonna have to hold a lot of stuff or like block a lot of stuff because of how big you are.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. So like that was like a big thing. And then it was just like the character in like version 1 Dragon Ball. I mean, like even now it's just like if you know how someone like is feeling like defensively, or like you get one good hit in neutral, whatever, it doesn't matter, they're screwed. Like the game's over. Like if you just understand, oh, they're scared of this, they're reflecting, oh, they're super dashing at this point, they're jumping here, blah, blah, blah. If you just get that one like crack in the armor, the game's over. So it's like I really like that, because I think that's like a very good like trait I have in like fighting games, is like when I'm playing someone, I can smell it when they're scared. So it's like I understand what they're gonna do
blood in the
defensively.
water. He
Vicious,
smells blood in the water.
Piranha noon, Piranha 12 o'clock. Don't get in this water. I get you.
Yeah.
I as a rushdown player, I get what you're saying.
Yeah, like
I feel that
I'm
panic.
I'm like, yeah, you're scared.
You just leave that little opening for them to just move. Be like, I know you're gonna move this way.
Exactly.
right
Yeah.
now.
Or like when you can make them move that way.
Oh yeah, that's that rushdown life. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That's my shit.
I literally leave gaps.
Yep.
Just to see where they want to move. Oh
Yep.
yeah, I'm a scumbag like that. Yeah. I like that. That's the MSP shit. I ain't gonna lie, bro. The MSP shit. You know, alright. So I'll give you an example. I'll dash up, attack, block, cap comes out, right? Then I'll counter call with Typhoon, right? They'll never want to stay on the ground to block the Typhoon, so they go in the air. So what I do, I super jump and check them, bring them back to the ground, and there's another mix for you. Yeah. So I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
I get what you're saying. Yeah.
Yeah, so that's why I played like Kid Buu. And then after that, like I knew I was a Kid Buu player, like just that character, because like I was trying other characters. I was like, they're not fun. Like they're just not fun. So then I was like, okay, I like kind of had to swallow my pride, because I was like, I don't want to play Vegeta, I don't want to play Cell, like they're so boring. And then I was just like, there's a point. I remembered like how I felt when I lost to the dude playing Zero. I was like, fuck it, it's like business time now. Like I'm done like fucking around. This isn't for fun anymore. So I was like, all right, I'm gonna pick these characters because I think they're the best for Kid Buu, and they're the easiest for me to play with that character. Like they just feel natural. So that's also a big thing when I pick characters. Like it's a weird reason, but it has to feel natural to me. I can't like force it. So like I'm not gonna like make myself play like a zoner or something, because that's not how I play. So generally I try to play a character that's like they're rush down, but like they can do it all. Like they can play like that. They can play like that neutral, not zoning, but like spacing you out very well, going in on their own terms. Slowing, like controlling the pace of the match.
Right.
Very well. So I generally try to play a character that can do that.
Okay. You know, it actually shows. Yeah.
So do you have the best Kid Buu?
Oh yeah, still.
Oof. Oh.
I don't even know who the better.
Worldwide?
Yeah.
Good shit.
Hold on, question though. Does Dogura still play Kid Buu?
I don't think he plays Dragon Ball.
Yo,
Okay.
Yo, shout out to Dogura.
Yo, Dogura.
When Piccolo was popping, yo, he literally said, I went out there. This is when he started playing. I forgot what tournament. He pulled up on the tournament
Dogura.
and he picked Piccolo. And I was like, oh, you play Piccolo now? He goes, very technical character. He said, very, you know, you say very, but he said it with a B. He said, very technical character. And I said, I get it. Say no more. Say no more. Yo, he was swiping motherfuckers out there with them sword normals, boy. Like light. Like this shit was crazy.
Sword normals.
Yeah, but yeah, nah,
sword.
Play the meta, man. I get you, man.
Yeah.
Just say at the end of the day, at least you had somebody that you liked, right? I wasn't like completely lost, you know. So
yeah.
So let me ask you this, right?
Okay.
Now, all right. Before that, is it the consensus? Can we agree Sonic was the best in the U.S.?
At a point, I think it swapped a little bit.
With who?
I think Hook at one point.
Well, yeah.
and
Okay.
then Sage.
Okay. I'll say that.
Yeah, I think like Hook, Sage. At one
respectful,
point. Yeah.
respectful.
Yeah.
But outside of that, you could say Chris early on.
In Dragon Ball?
Yeah, because Chris could beat Sonic and Hook.
Chris is godlike, bro.
Yeah.
No.
I'm just thinking about like when we was around doing it. When I was around doing it.
All right, so
I'm trying to think who was winning. I just remember Sonic like getting like top 2 at every tournament.
Yeah.
Like it was always Sonic versus Goichi. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's what I'm thinking. I'm not saying Chris is not got like.
Yeah,
I'm just trying to think like, did I ever remember?
Yeah, there are a lot of tournaments that were just like NA only, where it was like Chris Sonic Grand Finals, last game, reset, everything. So it was like at that point it goes either way. So it doesn't like it was just whoever was better that day because it went Chris sometimes, went Sonic sometimes.
Okay.
Shout out to Chris.
But if I were to put names for like whoever was number 1 at some point, it's just like Sonic, Chris, Sage, Hook. Only those.
Okay.
I think off the top. If I might be forgetting someone, but.
Okay,
at the top, that's fair. Actually,
we'll take those 4, right?
They were number 1. Yeah.
So I was gonna say, what do you feel is separating you from them?
I think because I thought about it because it bothered me that I couldn't. Because the thing is, I never beat Sonic in Dragon Ball.
Mm-hmm.
But I got close a lot. But I beat Sage, I beat Hook at like really big tournaments, and Chris, and I don't know. I think what kept me from like maybe hitting, because I got close. I would say maybe at a point I was like top 3 or like top 4 NA, maybe. But I think what kept me from there was just like, it's just like myself, honestly. Like it's like I wasn't in that position enough to know how it feels. So when I'm there, I'm like, fuck. And then like when it's gonna like time to close it out, you just explode.
Yo, I was just
You explode.
Damn, I relate so much to you in terms of those situations, bro.
Yeah.
All right. So peep game, right?
Yeah.
So let's just hypothetically speaking, right?
I have a good example too.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Shit, even better. All right. So let's say you got to that point. You beat Sonic. You know what I mean? You beat the guys that you've beaten before that led to you to being Sonic, to go to the grand finals, to go up against Goichi. Do you actually feel that extra pressure where you're like,
No.
good. All right. That's all I want to know. So you feel like you'll be ready for that moment.
Yeah.
Okay. That's what I was gonna ask.
Yeah, because let's just say I'm like on a hot day or like it's some shit I just do consistently. If I had to play the best player, like if I'm beating the best players in the world, there's nothing to be afraid of at that point. It's just me.
It's not because fear, in terms of fighting games, that's a mental thing. Yeah. Like fear could literally cloud you, and you won't play the same how you want to play.
Yeah.
So
like if you're worried about something or you're like scared or whatever.
Free.
Yeah, but the way I am is just like, if I'm hot that day, it's like I'm only fucking up because I'm fucking up. That's it.
Open the door of the zone.
Yeah.
Oh.
There's been a couple times where I've been there. It's a good feeling.
Ooh, I bet.
You watch Kuroko?
Yeah.
Ooh,
okay, shit.
the
So
zone.
Okay, the door.
Zone.
Stay in front of the door.
Yes.
My man on me there said. Yeah. That's my guy. I'm in a Daiki. Oh.
Who's your favorite character?
Kise.
He cheat.
Yes, he is.
Only thing that stopped him was the injury. The ankle was weak.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But he cheat. He do all your shit.
He was injured.
Yeah, because I like that character a lot because that's how I play fighting games.
Wow.
Shit.
I see someone do something, I'm like, alright, that's mine.
Shit.
Yeah.
The perfect copy.
X copy. Oh.
Yeah.
It's not X copy. No, that's
Perfect
my
copy.
shit.
It's the
perfect
perfect
copy. Part of
copy,
it. Yeah, man.
Perfect copy.
All right. So, want to get into into anything with Strive? You said you wanted to ask him.
I was gonna ask both you guys actually
Go ahead.
about Strive, because I don't play. You guys play.
All I do with Chris is actually just explain. Like he'll literally just come over like every Monday, and I literally just show him because I actually play Strive a lot.
Mm-hmm.
So I like that he's curious with a lot. He literally just saw how cheap Chip is today.
Yo, I was going ham.
Yo, he was really losing his shit.
Watching Chip, yo, bro, that character. I know y'all already know because y'all watch it, but yo, that character does not fucking stop.
True.
My goodness, he's
and you know what's crazy?
on your ass.
You know what's crazy? So he's looking at how Kazunoko, because we're watching Kazunoko footage right
I'm
now.
watching Kazunoko.
Right? So he's cooking people, right? And Chris is like, yo, he got any bad matchups? And I'm like, I wouldn't say he had bad matchups, but like, you could kill him if you hit him, but he's still going to do the same shit that he does to everybody else.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Because I'm watching Chip fight Milia, right? Because Yipes plays Milia.
Yeah.
And then, like, I was watching Yipes fight Potemkin earlier, and, Yipes was like, she got them. She's pretty cheap, right? But she got no wake up. and she has no health. He said the second lowest health in the game, right? Mm-hmm. So I'm like, oh, okay, you know, like I see, you know, you fighting against Potemkin, you gotta hit the motherfucker a lot of times. You know what I mean? Then he command grabbed him, and
I
he
lost
50.
50.
Yeah, I said, what the fuck is that? I was like, you serious? I
lost
never
50.
seen shit like
It
that.
is what it is.
Like Zangief didn't even do that type of shit. You know what I mean? So I'm like, okay. So then I'm like, you know, I was like, yo, you know, who's the top 5 characters in the game? And he was going down the list. You know what I mean? And I was like, okay. I was like, he was like, he mentioned Chip, and he was like, yeah, but you know, Chip bleeds. I said, okay. I was like, well, let me see some Chip footage. You know what I mean? Oh my gosh. Yo, and Yipes plays Millie impressively, right? Yeah. Like he's doing a lot of shit. Boom. But it was nothing like what the fuck I seen on that screen. Chip was going ham. Yep. It seemed like it was always his turn, and he has a command grab.
Yeah.
And he got a reversal. So I'm like, bro, yo, you don't want to play this shit? And then is what a coincidence is Chip versus Milia. And he's mauling the fuck out of this girl. I'm like, god damn. I'm like, oh, you don't have a reversal. He's mauling you, but he does. So it's almost like y'all the same archetype of character. He has lower health, but he got more shit.
But he got this.
Yeah, he got the DP.
Twice. Yeah, I got the twice sometime.
He was like, and the Yankees was like, yeah. I know it's bad, but Chip does this to everybody. I said, granted, but there's some of those everybody's that got DPs though, right? So yeah, even if he baited out, yeah, it's, you know, something bad can happen, but he still got to bait it out.
Yeah.
With you, he ain't got to worry about it at all. So it's just free reign mauling.
Yeah.
So I'm just watching Chip get busy. I'm like, yo, the only downfall I see is the health.
Yeah.
You know, if he's wrong, but he's on that ass. My goodness.
Yeah, you was bugging the fuck out. Like you was actually at an off-final event.
This
shit was
stop.
crazy.
He don't stop, and the mix was crazy.
So he literally asked me, he's like, yo, what would you tone on this character? It was literally one thing. He could literally keep everything. Just when he does the wrecker pressure, let me get a little more kickback.
More pushback.
That's it. Just give me, just so I can have a little breathing room. You know what I'm saying?
Gotta FD it, man.
I know I FD it, but then you got the good players that know when this shit's coming. You know what I'm saying?
So they don't do the second one.
Right. That's what I'm saying. 'Cause you're so committed thinking the second one's coming. You're blocking your legs, and then there's another slash coming on your ass. You know what I'm saying? So just give me. That's all I ask for. Keep everything else. I'll take the command throw, the alpha blades, diagonal, horizontal. I don't give a fuck. I'll take them shit. But just give me a little kickback on the records. Because just mainly, that's what people is worried about, right? Because they so worried about their legs. Why you think that overhead lands so many times?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Them 2 boots to the forehead, that shit is funny, B. You know what I'm saying?
That character got me hyped. Like I haven't been like.
He was really bugging the fuck out. Like, he was bugging out like he played the game. Like it's crazy.
Yeah. Like I'm strongly considering playing the game to use that character. I could deal with the low hop. I played Akuma in Street Fighter. I'm used to that type of shit.
So look, when he asked, he was like, yo, you don't play this character? I said, yo, you know the patch is coming soon. You know
what I'm saying?
That's
what.
So I can't commit to it yet. You know what I mean?
I said, Pat. Okay. I said, I looked at the footage. I said, he's going to get nerfed. I know.
But that's all they need to nerf. Just give me kickback on the records. That's it.
It's Guilty Gear balance.
To be honest, look, I actually like the game. Granted, there's some bullshit in the game, damage-wise, but I have the benefit of movement, and it's up to me to use my tension properly in terms of YRCs,
that is very
blue
true.
RCs.
Yeah, meter usage.
So I can. There's answers, so I'm not gonna complain because there's answers.
Right.
Yeah.
Naturally, so I'm like, okay, cool. I just need to deal with it.
Yeah.
You know, because I stream a lot, bro. Like, and, you know, people see my stream all the time when I play online and rank. I be bumping into some shit. Like Ramla throws, forget it. But that shit motivates me. When Ramla throws start putting that fucking fork in my ass in the corner, I know I can't burst to this shit, and I know that I gotta wait. I'm like, okay, cool. You know what I mean? I understand. You know, but it is what it is. There's answers, so I'm not gonna complain. You know, it's just how I utilize those answers.
Yeah.
Ooh, the patch is coming, huh? Okay.
I ain't tripping.
If Chip stays the same, I'm jumping on it.
Yeah, we'll see how that goes.
I'm dead ass. That shit was too much. Yo, he sprung me.
Kazunoko
sprung
the alpha
me.
blaze off the wall. You know, you go through and you hop off the wall.
Oh yeah, you wall run
and
then you
like
jump
you could
off.
whiff highs, go low and shit.
Yeah.
Like yo, he was losing his shit.
Yo,
with
it's like it's always his freaking turn.
Yeah, no, that's how you have to play.
That shit,
You can't-
that
the
shit
thing
is
is-
OD.
It's
That shit is OD.
crazy.
The chip player only loses if they get scared. If they get scared, that's it. But if they're never scared, it's like, bro, what the
Yo, when
fuck?
I be
He
playing,
got swag. Yo, my man was in the sky. I don't know what moves he was doing. I don't play the game. I don't know the game like that. If he was in the sky, he was looking like, I was like, yo, ow! I was wilding. I was like, yo, what is he doing?
Yeah,
then he
he was
had
wildin',
cones
but-
and shit. I was like, stop. That character looks off. And my favorite character in Guilty Gear was always Zato. But then I seen Kazunoko fighting Zato.
yeah, Zato ain't do shit. It's top level Zato too, by the way, but they
Yeah.
just couldn't do anything.
Yeah, they're just getting mauled. Dude, I'm hyped. I just want tournaments back, bro. I just
Me
want, like,
too, man.
I want to see, because Kazunoko is my favorite fighting game player. So it was funny that
Okay.
you say that name.
Yo, he was.
Like, I just want to watch him play this game because it's like, that shit's good.
Yeah, he's like right now, in my opinion, when it comes to Kazu, no, man, shout out to Kazu. Man, I gotta step up my Japanese game, my man. Bring him over to the No Proof podcast. We talk to him in Japanese. That'd be pretty
fire.
freaking dope. But shout out to Kazunoko. So one thing about Kazu that I like, even on a commentator standpoint, I use him as reference because he is so quick to expose people's on the defensive end with his offense.
Exactly. That's why I play the way I play. It's because of him.
Real shit. Because literally, you're like, how you open motherfuckers up in this game?
Yeah.
Fuck the characters in this game.
In the game, yeah.
Let me holler at Kazu. I look at Kazu. I'm like, okay, you pick Chip, cool. Granted, Chip got some bullshit here in terms of open up. It's just the way he's conditioning you. No matter what game he's playing.
Yeah.
It's just kind of OD.
Yeah, like he's very good at figuring out like that kind of plan really fast. It's like, how do I hit this guy?
Yo, dude, it amazes me, right? Like, I literally, the year before Street Fighter 5 Capcom Cup, he won, right? In Street Fighter 4 with Yun. And then literally the next year, he's in the top 3 again. I'm like, what the fuck is going on here? Like, that fast? And this one, he's playing Cammy, Yeah, I have a personal vendetta with that character. Yeah, fast walk speed. With punishes. Just pretty strong, man. In fact, he can walk you down in the game. Like, you get in the corner, you get a press so quick. Cammy does it so well. It's not a bad complaint, though. It's not that I was complaining. It was just more so people didn't believe me. When the game came out, I was like, yo, bro, Cammy's kind of bullshit. She's like, nah, it's about Chun-Li. I'm like, yo, fuck Chun-Li. I could fight 1,000 of those. I'm not tripping about Chun. That Cammy shit is different, bro. But everybody's worried about Chun-Li. I'm like, I don't give a fuck about Chun. It's Cammy.
Yeah.
I was going to war with Dan Slit for top 8s. For fuck, you know what I'm saying? Top 3s at locals, like, damn, like, really, bro? Like, I gotta fucking.
Chun-Li was moving. I mean, Cammy, she was moving.
Oh, yeah, Kazunoko, I use him in a lot of ref. I see it now.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's why I was really hyped when I beat him. Yeah.
I see.
Yeah. It's a side mission.
Yeah, I was talking shit.
I remember. I have to smoke all my favorite fighting game players.
You got to. It's a respect thing too. At the end of the day, like, you actually doing yourself a service. Not only you doing yourself a service, but you're doing just a culture service.
Yeah.
Because like, not only you're beating your favorite fighting game player, but you know him so well. You know what's on the line.
Exactly.
When you beat the guy, you know what I'm saying? It makes it prestigious.
There's a lot of lore to that match though, because it was like, I played him like 3 or 4 times like before that when he was the best.
He was choking up.
Yeah. That was when he was the best, and it was like 1-1 last character. I fucking dropped the combo or whatever. So I was like, nah, I need to beat this guy. Like that's like some shit that would keep me up at night if I didn't beat him. But
okay, well, are you that type of fighting game player? Like, you make it far in the tournament, you get off the plane. I'm pretty sure, coming off the plane, you get that lag, right? So you want to just rest up. But while you're resting up, do you actually like keep your brain on and you're still thinking about that matchup?
yeah, if it went bad.
It went bad. Yeah, I'm that type of player. Like, that shit resonates
If it goes
with me hard.
good, I can think about it later when I need to turn my brain back on to practice or whatever.
Yeah.
But if it goes bad, it's like,
Yeah, that shit lingers. Yeah, that
It's
shit
there.
is. Yeah, I hate that.
it's
feeling,
there
bro.
until the next time I get to
That's
play.
long flights, kid.
Yeah.
That's long flights, bro.
Where did I go? Where was I coming back from? I think it was Paris. Coming back from Paris, because I fucked up. Because like I said, like that example of like being in that situation, but you weren't ready to be there. So I have 2 examples. One was when I made Evil Top 8.
Okay.
Right. So it's like I've been at the spot right before it, right? Like trying to get in, right? And then because I was there so many times, I was able to do it. But then once I was in, I never played on that stage in front, and it's in the arena.
That shit is kind of different, bro.
The thing is, like, so when you play, right, like the crowd is never in front of you, right? So you never see them.
Yeah.
You never see them.
You seeing them actually,
So,
like the whole arena.
I'm
That's
looking at the
true.
monitor, but everything, like, I only
Yeah, your peripheral, you just see
I see
bodies.
everything else. Yeah. And
That's
then
crazy. I never thought about
the
that.
fucked up part was I could feel them screaming. It was just like everything was just like vibrating, and I was
And you
just like,
you got this, but you hear that shit
yeah.
different.
So
right?
I'm playing Moke, right? I'm cooking. He's getting destroyed, right? I'm about like, this is like kill this character, win the game. I dropped the DHC. It's a button press. I dropped it. You know what happens? Lose the whole game. Next game comes in, destroyed. I'll lose.
Oh, we call it the classic. We call that.
Yeah,
the
we call that the
classic.
classic. Yeah.
We call it the classic.
And then, same shit happened when I played Vineeth at the World Tour Finals. Cause like me and Vineeth, it was like that whole year, he wasn't fucking with me. Like that's my friend, so I'm gonna talk shit. He wasn't fucking with me that whole year. Didn't beat me at
You
all.
wasn't fucking with him, Beneath. All right,
With your warm milk and a cereal ass.
man,
And then,
fuck out of here. And I'm mad I had to do that shit. Cause you did so goddamn well in the finals. Fucker.
Yeah, so then we're playing, and it's like the first game we're both nervous. like I can see it. But then he won that game, like just like he clutched it out, right? And then the next game, it's the same shit. I'm just like, I'm fucking losing my mind. Like I'm freaking out. I'm just like, like all right, like I calm myself down. I'm like, all right, let's play. And then some shit happens. That's it. Classic happened again. And I was just like, fuck. So like that's a good example on that whole plane ride, like 12-hour plane ride home. I was just like,
fucking beneath.
Nah. I was just like, fuck my life, dude. Like, I fucked up because like I'm supposed to be ready, right? No, it's not fuck him. Like,
Yeah.
it's not. Yeah. No, I love Beneath, but yeah, it was just like I wasn't ready like for that moment, and yeah. So then I was just like, all right, next time, and then never was another one. So yeah, so that's why I want to turn it like when it's safe and like everything's cool. Like that, I think that's when I'll be really motivated to be a good fighting game player again. Like I'm still motivated to be as good as I can be, but it's like it's hard to actively want to do it
when there's no immediate goal to strive for, right?
Yeah. So
It's
like
starting to really reach right now, man.
yeah, like it's cool to be good, like do good at like online terms and stuff like that, but it's like I can't get into it.
Online is not the same. We keep it a buck. It's just not the same.
It's not the same, man. And you know,
you can't
and
be
this
100%.
and
You
this
can't
is
react all the way. It's not the same.
And this is not to knock nobody. There's a lot of shit going on. You know what I'm saying? Evo Online is literally going on, you know, this month. And you know, when you see it, you're like, man, I wish this was offline. But I do appreciate that people stick to the online because it just preserves what the FGC is all about. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, like imagine we went through this pandemic and nobody did onlines, and we come back 2 years later. All of a sudden, we just turn everything back on. That shit would have been kind of bad coming back. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I like the fact that people just kept that torch alive, regardless. You know, so that I appreciate.
Yeah.
But in terms of, and I'm speaking as a competitor. You know what I mean as well. It offline just doesn't compare.
It doesn't compare.
It really doesn't.
Like,
you know what I'm saying?
The thing is, a lot of people haven't experienced it too. That's like the weird part.
That is true.
Nowadays, like a lot of people are like getting into games with Dragon Ball or with Gear, and they haven't experienced like because like maybe they don't have a local or they didn't have a local at the time, and it's like yeah, like this is like even me streaming. Like there's a lot of people who are like, yeah, man, I'm going to my first offline tournament. I'm like, oh shit, that's sick. Have fun. Like that's always what I tell people is have fun. Like don't care win or lose.
Yeah, just take it in, just
have
absorb
fun.
it in.
Yeah, because it's like that's what it's for. It's there to have like a good time. You can worry about getting good and shit like that later. Like you can do that at home now.
Yeah.
So you don't have to worry about it. Like if the tournament is gonna be there and it's like safe to go and it's cool, then you can worry about that later. But have fun. That's the biggest thing. That's what I always tell people.
Fuck, man, we need offline bad,
Yeah.
bro.
So like my kind of fun is different from like the normal dude's fun.
Explain.
Speak on it.
I have to win.
Hey, and I only laughed because that was the last answer I was expecting. He said I have to win. So you find that fun. You find it fun knowing that you can't leave this building without first place.
Yeah.
That's good shit.
Yeah. Because the thing is, I'm going to try very hard. Like to put it lightly. Like I'm going like if I am leaving my house and I have to travel to this tournament, like a local, whatever, it doesn't matter. I have to go outside. I have to go pay money. I have to go be around people and all this shit, right? I'm not gonna go to like troll and like just mess around, especially if I'm putting in like work outside. Because it's one thing if I only play at the tournament, right? There are a lot of people like that, and then they don't really care win or lose. But there are a lot of people who are good at doing that. I'm not. So it's like if I'm practicing a lot every day for that, and that's part of my practice. If I lose, I'm not practicing or something's wrong. Like I'm doing something wrong. So it's like if I can win. And I know, like I said, like I know how good I am, right? So if I can practice, and that is part of my like practice routine, the standard I set is to win. So if I don't win that like local or that event, then that means I'm practicing bad or I'm not doing something right? So yeah. So like Dragon Ball, that's what I did. Dragon Ball, like at a certain point, nobody could really beat me in SoCal. So that's when I was like, okay, I need to change this. I need you guys to get better. Because I was like, I can't get better. Because like everyone that I practiced with lived here. Like Sage, Sonic, everyone else. And Vineeth lived in NorCal. At like a certain point, because like Reynolds stopped going to locals because he was busy with stuff. So I think he was the other like really good player. But then like Sub was really good too. But after a certain point when I kind of like figured him out, it was like nobody. Like it's not even like disrespect. Like they couldn't. I won for a year plus straight. every time I went.
You don't want to be complacent, right? You don't want to be like, damn, I'm smoking you guys. You guys are trying. No, you want them to get better so they could cook you, and then you could cook them right back. That means that you got better.
Because the thing
tenfold,
is, because the thing is, like, that's when I realized being pro player or being someone who's like really good, like you're not only you can choose how far you want to go with it. So for me, I didn't only want to be that guy that was just good at the game. I also want to be that person that can help other people get good, because there's no reason not to. Because it's like, if you don't want other people to get good at the game, then how are you supposed to get good? And it's also just like, why wouldn't you just, like, I like helping people, stuff like that. So it's like, why wouldn't you want to like help someone do what they're already dumping 1 billion hours into, right? So it's like Dragon Ball. I was like, nah, we gotta have these sessions, dude. Like, because I it's not like I beat them and then I don't tell them anything, or I didn't. I would like be like, yo, why are you doing this, that? I only beat you because I'm doing this, blah blah blah. And then like I'm saying that every time, and then it became normal. It was like after I beat them, they pull up, they're like, all right, what was going on, you know? And then like I just tell them, I'm like, yeah, we could play more at the session. I'll tell you more. Right? So like, yeah, and then they got really good. Everyone got really good. So yeah,
you know, so my top 4 players in SoCal. You know what? Let me say Cali. So I'll put 5. So you're up there.
Okay.
Reynolds, Subatomic Sabers.
Okay.
Cloud 805 and Apology Man. Those are my 5 favorites out there. Even though I got some honorary mentions. Shout out to my man Karate Kuba. You know, he be a little spastastic with the hits sometimes, but I like the heart and I like the direction, and he looks clean when he does play clean. Mm-hmm. Obviously, you know, there's some games that he'll play, it'll go a little crazy, but then there's some games he actually has like full control in it. You know what I mean? So, yeah, man, this is a very healthy conversation. And the reason why I say that is because a lot of people tend to not keep it a buck. Is that Jump King? Okay.
I peeped that earlier.
Oh, is that Jump King?
I peeped that earlier. I was like, power slide?
Go check if you want to know how IFCYipeS plays Jump King with Chris Matrix heckling, man. Go check that out on the YouTube. The dude
fall like 3 screen transitions down. I was like,
you know what I need you to experience one day? We're gonna do that for you.
All right, let's hear it.
When we know that you're serving somebody, you need to hear the Chris Matrix heckle. Have you ever heard that shit before? That shit is pretty extreme, son. Like, yo, I've been watching this. Yeah. So what you know about early on, right? This is right when I started learning Spencer Virgil Hawkeye, right? And Chris is a dick because let me tell you what Chris does. This guy is funny. He's funny style with it, right? So he's like naturally my training partner, right? So like if I go in the lab and I try some shit, and he's very good defensively, so I'm like, if I can open him up, I know I'm gonna open everybody else up.
Yeah,
it's one of those things, right? So he'll come and play 100 games or whatever, and then he'll dip, right? He's not even salty or nothing. He's just like, yo, my team don't got compared to this shit, right? That's what he was saying, right? But he wasn't complaining. He was just like, you know what I'm saying? So he'll dip, and he'll always bring a new challenger to the crib. Every single time. It was Fab, Ray, Alucard. Who else? Fucking Bum. Who else?
I think my favorite might have been iNerd.
iNerd was pretty bad. Yeah. That was pretty bad, right? So like literally everybody, he always Moons. Yeah.
He was like,
yeah, it's just crazy, man. This is crazy. This shit is funny.
Moons, yo. Listen, anybody. So look. Like we know IFC, right?
Yeah.
We know what IFC stands for, but we changed the nickname to I'm fucking cheap. Not in a bad way, but like if there is some shit in the game that's good, he will find it. Yeah. Which is why I always say he should be testing the games, because he will really find like what potentially broken with something. So the stuff that he finds, right? It's always some good shit, and it's always cheap. So freaking Moons came through with Ray, and they playing, and you know Moons is clean as fuck. And I mean, Moons is solid as hell.
Super
great player,
solid,
right?
So I love opening him up.
After the
crazy
session, Moons is like, yeah, we're not cheap enough. We gotta get cheaper, man. Like I was like, oh, he cracked yet another one.
Bro, you wanna know how many people got caught with Air Command throw from Spencer? Yo. That shit was kind of nutty, bro. That shit was kind of nutty, but they all died after. What was the point? But yeah, nah. So like that's what Chris does. So like, I kick Chris's ass, right? But he'll always bring people in just so they can feel his pain. That's what Chris is. He'll bring people in.
I gotta confirm that it's not just me.
Not just you.
I'm like, hold on. Am I like premise of this shit, or is this shit
right?
tough
So
to deal with?
So this is when I started playing Team Nemo, right? And then he felt the wrath of the Nemo. This is when I started plinking and all that shit. This is when my game completely got hashed out. This is when I wasn't plinking at all. I started plinking literally after the Capcom Cup. I got second. That was literally the right after I started plinking, like for real. This dude took me to the HOC. Like while I was going and doing what I was doing, he's playing the HOC, right? And he dealt with the Team Nemo. She was like, yo, come to bums and shit. I was like, all right. So I literally played everyone in the house for Team Nemo, like literally everyone. And I'm smoking everybody the same, right? And I literally look at Chris, he's like to the side and he's playing people, right? But he stopped playing, he started watching. He literally went like this. He was like, because he wanted, you know what it is? He don't want me to sugarcoat it. Like if I'm doing it to him, he wants to see it on everybody else.
Yeah.
So when he sees it that I'm doing it to everybody, he's like, okay.
It's like
I'm like, yeah.
It's confirmation.
Yo, you a dick.
And then I talked. I'm like, yo, they're telling me like, yo. I'm like, I understand. I truly understand. Yeah, I get you. Mm-hmm. Yep. I'm agreeing. 100%. 100% agreement. Boom. Yep. Mm-hmm. Yep. Check. Mm-hmm. Correct. Mm-hmm. I know everything. Yes.
Nah, but shout out to New York as a whole, just FGC as a whole, because like I'm gonna be honest with you, like me coming into the scene, I could be very like honest about this. People didn't understand fighting games on a high level. You know, so like me playing all the new guys, I'm like smoking them. I'm like, hey, you're whiffing right here, man. What can I do?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna kill you for it if you're gonna do this. You know?
Yeah.
But then people just got better to the point where I can't do that as easily as I did before. You know what I'm saying? So like, it's what yo, Chris, and it's crazy because I don't expect these things. He just told me like, yo, B, I'm on your way to your crib. Yo, is it cool if such and such could come through? And I was like, yeah, sure. And I'm just thinking like, oh shit, here we go. He just wants to see this shit like proof in the pudding. Like he wants to, like he's that guy, man.
Yo, cause it's just so funny because like all of us, right? We know how cheap Yipes is in games in general. I mean, like G-Con seen the cheapness, and when he was playing MKX, you know what I mean? He was picking Jax, then he was picking Quan Chi. Like he knows how to find some bullshit, right? Mm-hmm. So I nerd, great guy, very humble.
Just I nerd.
You know what I mean? Yeah. So like it's funny me watching something, right? And I know it's cheap, and I know it's like cheap, like it's fucked up cheap. You know what I mean? Not like broken cheap, but like damn, like that shit is fucked up. Like you're not getting at it. It's a true 50-50. Like you gotta guess, right? But I know is getting hit with the shit with Spencer, and he's playing like after like the 15th time, he's like, wow, that mix up's like that mix is pretty strong with Spencer. In my head, I'm like, strong. I'm like, man, that shit is cheap, man. Don't try to clean it up nice. I'm like, bro, you will get hit with that shit 100%, bro. That shit is cheap.
That's pretty good.
Yeah. He said, well, really he said, that makes it pretty good. He said, everybody in Baltimore thinks Spencer sucks. I'm like, oh, yeah?
What the fuck, dude?
He fucking whipping around with Spider-Man. I kind of motherfucker one time he dies, bro. That shit was...
He hit him with the shoulder reset.
His favorite line, Matrix's favorite line is oh. Oh, and this is when you yank him down and punch him. He's like, oh. Damn, and then it follows with a damn every time. Yo, Chris is a dick.
Because the damage just builds up. So if you're ever playing somebody and I'm watching, and like it gotta be like a nice consistent prolonged cookage, right?
Yeah.
And something will just start to click with me. I'm like, yo, goddamn. I just watch him like, yo, goddamn. I'm like, yo, this dude is getting kind of cooked right now. And especially if you keep mixing them up and you hitting them with some shit, I'm like, oh, watch his fucking dome. Like if you keep tripping over somebody with Kid Buu or some shit, I'm like, oh, here comes the mix. I'm like, oh, legs.
I miss playing Dragon Ball.
Yeah, we're gonna get back to those times, man. But you know what, No? Listen, I want to ask you a question.
Right.
On the No Frillz Podcast, I'm pretty random with questions. You know, this ain't even got nothing to do with fighting games.
Okay.
What do you feel? How do you feel, first and foremost? You coming from California, how do you feel about New York City bodegas?
That shit is busted.
That shit is crazy, right?
I remember the first time I came to New York, I stayed with Ray. Shout out to Ray. I didn't really like go out too much. Like he just showed me around, kind of like guided me. So I didn't really like I wasn't like, damn, it's 4 a.m. I'll go fucking get a sandwich or something. I didn't really do any of that. First time I came, right? Second time I came, I stayed with like Sage, Sonic, and everybody. And it was like 2 a.m. This dude Sage was like, yo, I'm gonna go to deli. You wanna come? And I was like, deli? What the fuck?
No. What did you eat in that deli?
I got chopped cheese.
Chop fucking cheese.
See, I ain't even had to tell him. I knew
Bam,
what he
bam,
got.
bam, 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 bam.
DeMarco. Shit like that. Yo, man, that chopped cheese. Let me tell you something. That shit is a cultural icon, b.
That shit is ridiculous, bro.
That shit is crazy.
Because the thing I do, so you know how like people when they go to somewhere new, right, or they're traveling, it's like, okay, like they make like an itinerary. They're like, yo, I want to go here. I want to look at this.
Type
I
shit,
want to take
right?
a picture, right? Nah, I'm like, yo, I want to eat this. I want to eat this.
Get the chop.
I'm trying to go eat here, like shit like that. So I'm just on the internet all day. For like right before my flight, I'm like, yo, I'm trying to eat. Like I just write the shit down.
So now that you're a native here in New York City, I'm gonna take you to a couple of spots. Chris know a couple as well.
Okay.
You ever had a taste of seafood?
Oof. That sounds
You got
real
him?
good.
You got him?
Oh yeah.
You got him? Okay.
Ooh.
Okay.
All right, sounds good.
That sounds good.
You like catfish?
I haven't had it that much.
Oh,
But I'm down.
you will.
Oh, you like this?
Okay.
You like this?
You will. How
Okay.
about some smothered chicken?
What does that mean?
Oh yeah, it means a lot.
Oh.
Oh, it means a lot.
Some
It means a lot.
smothered chicken. All
That
right,
shit's
I'm
got
down.
shit's kind of got like good choice, my brother.
Mhm.
That is a good choice. Good choice. He put me onto that shit. I ain't gonna lie. That's exactly. He told me like, you ever had a taste of seafood? Now, mind you, when he said it, I thought he just literally meant if I had a taste of seafood. I'm like, yeah, I have. No. He's like, no. Have you been there before? No. Then I was like, oh, okay, it's a spot. I went there, changed my life, man. That juice, that lemon sauce, whatever that shit is on the catfish, that shit is different, b. That shit is different.
Oh, yeah.
That's all I got to say. And I don't even fuck with fish heavy like that.
Yeah.
That I'm in there. I'm in.
Chef's kiss.
All right, so you know what? Anything else to say?
Yes.
What you got, baby? Go ahead.
I would like to know,
Okay.
and I want for you to tell the people,
Okay.
how the hell did you get your name?
Good
man,
shit.
this is a
Damn. I wanted ooh. You know what's crazy? I wanted to ask him that early on, but I forgot. That shit just slipped my mind.
That is a classic. That's a question I
Talk
get
to
a lot.
me.
So, I was making. So I was entering my first tournament, right? And you need a name. Like I didn't have a name, so I was like, okay, like I'm new to like fighting games. And I played FPS games a lot, so everyone just like throwing around the word noob, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, yeah, well, I'm like bad. I'm really new. So I was like, okay, I'm a super noob, right? So I was like, all right, that's gonna be the name. So I'm typing on like this laptop. It's like 2 a.m. I'm like registering for the tournament online. And then so like the N and the B key are right next to each other. So I accidentally hit N instead of B when I was signing up, and I didn't notice it. Just hit enter. So I went to the tournament.
So wait, you spelled noon N-E-W-N?
No. I spelled noob.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
N O O B.
N-O-B.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the B and the N key are right next to each other, right? So I accidentally hit N in the dark when I was typing instead of B. So I pulled up to the tournament. They're like, Supernoon. I was just like, who? And then I was like, oh shit, like, fuck, I fucked up. Like, yeah. So then, yeah, and then like I got like third or something at the tournament, and everyone was like, yo, what's up, Supernoon? Da, da, da.
Oh, it's stuck. That's
It's
it.
stuck.
It was instant. So I was just like,
Hey,
I like that name actually.
In the
Super
words-
12 o'clock. Shit.
in the words of Master Oogway, there are no accidents. Kung Fu Panda, Oogway, the turtle.
Oh my. Yo, Noon. Listen, the floor is yours, brother. If you got anything to say, where they can follow you, where they can follow the movement, man, the floor is yours. Let them know.
Alright, you guys can follow me on Twitter at the Supernoon, and then I stream almost every day on Twitch. Just Supernoon. That's my Twitch. My YouTube, Supernoon, same thing. I'm gonna be uploading a lot more for Guilty Gear and Dragon Ball. Other than that, nothing much. Just shout out the homies, Sage, Sonic, my boy Jabril, everyone else like that holds it down. You guys already know all the homies, Rice, Schnookum, everyone from the stream.
That's what's up, man. Well, I think it's safe to say we're gonna sign off on this. You good, Chris?
Yes, sir. I'm good.
Well, this is episode 47.
Yo, thank you so much for coming out, man.
Yo, my man. Yo, that's love. That's crazy. You a neighbor now. So you can definitely pull up at any point in time. Shit. Whatever the case is. But yo, we'll see you next week. Hit that follow button. Hit the subscribe button. All that good shit. The Road Dogs are signing out. Peace and love.
Yo, but you don't fuck with Uguay though?
I ain't gonna lie. I don't remember none of those characters' names.
Okay.
That's all. That's all. I don't remember none of those names. I seen the movie.